I'm up early. The anticipation from the bumper has got my blood boiling because throughout the year we've seen the Open Series, and now it's time for a very special, all right? This is the EVO Online official side tournament brought to you by PlayStation. It's Soulcalibur, and I'm with a very special guest today, my brother, Mr. James Chen. How are you this morning, boss?
I have a little bone to pick. You said you're up early. You're East Coast, okay?
Hey, listen, man. Hey,
I'm West Coast, okay? I woke up early and I bought some breakfast, okay? Just so I could be here on time. Let me tell you. I'm super happy to be here, obviously. Like, I've told you this myself, you know, that I always told myself one day I want to commentate Soulcalibur with Katana Prime, and here we are.
True. All right, well, as we fight each other over breakfast and finally being able to work together, let's take a look at the bracket so the people at home know exactly what our competitors are fighting over. Look at the top, #1 seed with a bullet, never in question. This is Europe. This is Kiev wins, LOL. I don't know, man. Look on the other side, man. Rufus, who's been the Kingslayer, the only one who's been able to challenge Kiev at a level that's even acknowledgeable. It's just insane. So that's potential early mix-up. But we also have Ganondorf, the rising star here on the PlayStation Online tournaments. He has reached his highest peaks throughout the past few months. And with a second place under his belt, it might just be time for the W.
I mean, so one of the things that, you know, is kind of unfortunate here is that Kiev and Rufus are on the same side of the bracket. But, you know, that'll be a fun little matchup to go against each other. I do want to remind everyone that everybody is starting on the winner's side of the bracket. So, you know, we're going to be, no one's starting in the loser side as we normally see from a top 8. But as you can see here right now, the prizes for... Yeah.
Not only do they all start on the winners, you know, the upper bracket side, they all get paid regardless of the situation. Just, you know, you made it this far. First place, $350 in the prestige, of course. Second place for $200. Third place, $150. Fourth, $100. And, you know, fifth through eighth, gonna take $50 a piece. And, you know, you can convert that to whatever your local currency is, and it's gonna be great, and you love to see it. So it might be just a little bit more than expected there. I'm ready for an absolute show. Also, eyes on that bottom half, right? That seems to be more wide open. We talk about Ganondorf, but Fan Lee is somebody else that I would really, really keep my eyes on. And I didn't know him before the Open Series, right? He made a name for himself to the greater good and to us, which you can also do the same. You head on over to compete.playstation.com. You can find yourself free entry. You know what I'm saying? All they need is a little bit of time out of your day and in the comfort of your own. Listen, you don't even got to have the whole EVO shirt. You don't got to do your hair. None of this nonsense, bro. You can kick back, sit, pick up a leg or two and just, you know, get that PlayStation ready and make this money. So definitely
$350, right? I mean, that's all you do. Just sign up and let's get going and play some matches like these guys are going to be doing right now. I mean, we're going to try to jump in the first match as quickly as we can. First match is going to be against, as we talked about, you know, probably the favorite here, because if there's anything about Soulcalibur in France, it's Kiev, right? I mean, this guy is... you know, we had people tell us what their greatest accomplishments were, and his is just written as, "Oh, I'm winner of EVO Japan 2019." That's all.
Yeah, subtle flex. It's even better when it comes through in text. But wow, we know it's a very special event here at the EVO Side Tournament official that Kiev hasn't aged now. If you've been following these tournaments, you know that graphic has had a question mark for the past 10 months. And to know in confidence that Kiev is 30 plus, all right, forget them kids. We are out here with a phenomenal 100% record here in the EVO. Clean run, hasn't dropped a game in a set, hasn't dropped anything. But his opponent, Saywin, who's been here before, all right, another member of the 30 plus game, another member of France. Do not sleep on them. Yoshimitsu, one thing you're also going to get on the European side of things is a lot of character variety. Game runs deep, the balance as well. And this is one of those in-house battles, right? You kind of hate to see them, but the deeper you go into the tournament, the more likely you are to run into top players. And if there's anything we know about France, again, I say this time and time again, when you are born in France, the doctor doesn't slap you or they don't start the paperwork. No. They hand you and the parents a copy of Soulcalibur, whichever game is out, and they send you on their way. That's just how it goes. I will not believe anything else. I know this is facts, all right? Ganondorf told me. That's my only source.
I mean, it's just, they always joke about, if you're Filipino, you get a karaoke machine, right? So that's just how it works. In France, you get a Soulcalibur game instead, right? So
whatever's the current one out. You are blessed by Okubo, and it's just time. So enough of the semantics, all right? We got gameplay ready to go. This is the beginning, the start of what can be a crazy journey, or will it be more of the script? EU likes to do this thing where the opening match kind of sets the tone for the entirety of the tournament. You see like a dirty 30 or a 3-1, and it's just like, wow, everyone kind of just follows suit. But to begin, Kiev versus Seiwen, this is just a battle of friends. They're probably like met up in the same house and like, yo, you can sit in that room. I've got this. As Seiwen starts early on, it's a long way to go, trust me. But with the nightmare damage that outputs from this insanely intimidating character, a round can go from 60 seconds to 40 and a W real quick.
Yeah, and obviously, as we mentioned, Kiev probably the favorite for this tournament right now, but would be exciting to see an upset. Like, look at this great start from Seiwen here, taking the first round over Kiev. And if he goes to the lower bracket, that will set up kind of an unfortunate position for anyone else who gets set down there. But it's just round number 1, and as we see from a lot of the best players out there, maybe takes them a round or two to read the rhythm of your opponent, and that's really what Soulcalibur is about, trying to figure out how your opponent wants to respond to the stuff that you do and really playing against their tendencies.
And early on, it's really crazy to see a much more controlled match. Usually Kiev is just mauling his opponents and kind of controlling the pace at the, hey, if you can't play as fast as this, you're going to get overwhelmed and just lose flat out. But Seiwen, I mean, come on. I know it's only about halfway through, but 2 rounds up clean, back to the wall, but big time trouble. Instead of looking for a potential ring out, going to take the damage and the terror charge, run up launch, okay. And Yoshi, you have to be afraid because he has some of the best reverse ring out ability in the game.
And that's why you see, even though Kiev had that position, he backed off at one point and backed off again. He does not want to take that risk. He knows he can win this through damage. And look at this, just one more hit. There we go. Kind of that 50-50 guess situation. Is it going to be a low, a mid? And Kiev going to go with the mid and take his first round.
Yeah, I love the way Kiev wears out his lows, right? They're just quick reminders. As you get grabbed or you're on the ground taking too long, you catch a little stomp just to remember what the lower bracket looks like as you hit sit on your way. However, cartwheels in, not much for the acrobatics as a check, and right to the mid immediately. Again, Kiev just setting the pace. Simple lows, he doesn't go to it a bunch to force you to condition. He's at like a higher level of conditioning to where he only has to do a move once. It's just insane.
And again, just a nice read right there from Kiev, knowing that Seiwen was going to try to be as aggressive as possible once he activated that soul charge. Yoshimitsu gets really terrifying once he gets that activated, but Kiev shut that down. And again, just like I said, in the first couple of rounds, it looked like Seiwen had the control of everything, but all it took was just a few rounds like that for Kiev to get the read. Look at this. And then almost closing out with a near perfect 3 rounds straight for Kiev like that. And, it's only one game. Remember, it's first to 3. It's first to 3 here. So these guys have got to get through a lot of these matches here. But
I didn't know if they caught that, but I was like, don't mind me. I'm just mashing my 6B just to see how it feels from home, because Kiev clearly is just like inspiring. And if James Chen is trying to get out a sentence and Nightmare just kills you in the middle of that sentence before you can finish that thought, it must be an extremely satisfying feeling. So forgive me for getting into a bit of role play behind the screens. Yeah, it's
you
okay.
had to try.
Okay.
You had to see what it feels like yourself. That's fair.
It's only game 1.
That's fair.
It's
now I gotta bust
1.
out. See, now what I gotta do here? You're gonna make
one.
me bust the joystick out here, right? So I gotta.
All right, cool. I am not French. I'm just gonna get here and jump back into the job that they brought me here to do, and that is to call the match.
Say I am not French?
Yeah, no, I did, because I want to be Keith, but I can't. So, you know, he's an EVO champion trying to run it back in a different location. You know, the online realm is very much capable. So he starts the match with the 6B to check again, and just piercing the sword into Saywin's tournament hopes is something he could surely want to accomplish. But
yeah,
reverse ring out. Oh.
Yeah, you mentioned that they're playing online here. One of my favorite facts of the Soulcalibur community is, you know, the big events like the big Soulcalibur exhibition, EVO Japan, etc. Everybody seems to have won out of their country. You know, like America won an EVO Japan, Kyiv won an EVO Japan, you know, I think it was Korea won the EVO US. France won the big Soul. It's always been one of the different areas here, but now that it's online, you know, it's like anybody's game at this point in time.
Yeah, that's sick. Nice slice from the back there. Shout out to all the regions. Just slight thing, you know, it was Utoto who took that. So, you know, that's going to be Japan out there. Slice up, slice and dice. Take him to the corner. Oh, okay, feints the unblockable, but lets it go early, but it's just not enough. Counter hit electricity is one of the most satisfying visuals you could have. And I think all the fighting games, honestly, it is a clear indicator that your opponent was pressing, and they are certainly going to reap the benefits of doing so. And again, you tell Nightmare he has an extra chance to get free damage and links that he wouldn't necessarily get on normal hits, and he's going to show you the biggest smile ever, except it's under the mask, so you don't get to see it. How about a ring out? Not quite.
No,
instead,
nice
just
aerial
combo video
right there, but then the 8-8B right there to get the launch and finishes him off. Okay, so maybe Saywin here can do a reverse here. Kyiv taking the first 2 rounds. Let's see if Saywin can now go 3 rounds in a row, gets the from crouching 3K.
Yeah, very, very uphill battle there. He did have that perfect duck just to continue the offense. But again, 1 round, it's flashy for a highlight package, but it's not enough to win. So outside of that, I'm going to see more strength. I'm going to need it because what Kyiv is doing is evolving before your eyes. The first game was slow, right? Control, let's fill you out. You want to play more neutral heavy, space-based. You want to go out there and, you know, do your little meditates and all this little fancy fly helicopter stuff. Yeah, I'm Nightmare. I don't care about any of that. My sword is big and it just
I just do damage.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely.
I hit you once and you're dead. And so Kyiv.
So in game 2,
going up 2-0 right here.
We just saw the turn up, right? That was the speed I alluded to before it started. This is how Kyiv wants to play. If you cannot play at this just pace, you're just gonna die. And it looked like it only took him a game to get into that groove, and the king is here. He said that, you know, he might be, no, he's absolutely the favorite without question. And I mean, outside of Rufus, man, it's been extremely hard to challenge this man on his home turf, which is the European online servers.
If Rufus can actually get through his match here, assuming Kyiv wins here, they will be on a collision course against each other immediately in the next round. But of course, can't count Saywin out. But Kyiv is trying to tell us that, yeah, you should count him out right now because I'm going to finish him off right now. Catches him with the drill and takes round number 1, 2 rounds away from advancing.
It's so good there. That's why I'm in the commentary booth here, looking ahead to matches, right? That's exactly how you get smoked and not keep the composure necessary to focus on the opponent ahead of you. Kyiv leaving the wall at red. He had an opportunity to break it in the previous round, but has such a life lead that it just didn't seem plausible to waste that, right? Getting that wall break can result in a much easier ring out in this map, especially with players of this caliber who have these optimal combos now ready for positioning, damage, whatever, counter hits, spacing, whatever you want to do, but doesn't even need it. This is getting out of hand, James, and Saban's gonna need a little bit more than a miracle to run this back.
Yeah, he's got a lot of resources right now. You see he's got all the meters here. How is he going to use this? Obviously, Yoshivitsu can do lots of stuff, but actually getting a lot of the lows in right now from crouching 3K. I also saw a lot of good side steps from him in the last round. Look at this pressure right now from him. Nice tech.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, of course. There's no way. You're not going to get thrown back at all, especially with the broken wall and knowing that you have such a huge life lead. Like, it makes sense for Saban to back off, right? Doesn't tech that one because, again, he's going to try to tech every back throw. You could have the fourth one for free. But not that time. Same with the call out on the front escape. It's like, wait a minute, Keith, you're getting a little too saucy, right? It's been very popular in modern fighting games to take the throw in certain situations, right? Depending on life lead and where you are in the corner. But say when thinking levels ahead, saying, all right, I'm not ready to lay it down just yet.
Oh no. Oh, did he catch him? I actually didn't see Keith in the middle of something. I thought Keith was going to be able to sidestep that in time, but he does get caught, and so Salen's going to have a decent life lead here now. Catches him laying on the ground. Look at this damage here. He just probably needs one solid combo at this point, but we know the kind of damage output that Nightmare can do. Gets the Grimstride in there, and now going to be charged up here.
He's going to need to stay away from this wall. Big time trouble. This is going to be it.
Actually,
yes. No. Oh my God.
Just when you thought, just when you thought you had the round, you had the momentum, but you know what? Maybe Keith leaving the wall red that entire time just so he had the opportunity when he needed it to get the ring out.
All right.
Genius, right? I mean, if that was his intention, it paid off, and that is why he is the favorite to take this tournament.
I'm gonna save my heart attacks for much later because we've got a long day of Soulcalibur ahead of us, and it's something that you hate to see, unless you're a fan of Keith. And it's just one of those things that just happens to be a part of like the Soulcalibur life, right? When you sign up to play this game, right? No matter what version of the game you came into, if you started way at the beginning or you just picked up Soulcalibur today, right? After seeing this game, ring outs is something you've got to deal with, all right? And no matter how much of a life lead you had, if you get caught out of position, there's no escaping, all right? How real it is to just be devastated by your entire life bar going in one single move. So these replays, you know exactly what it is. It was Keith dominance. Sawen showed spots of greatness when he was able to slow down the neutral. But Nightmare just doesn't want to play at that pace at all.
And look at this. This is right here. He gets the hit. Oh no, that was the win for Sawen. Yeah, okay. This is where Keith gets the comeback right here. And this is just good positional awareness for him at this point in time because gets the wall break, and there you go. And if you're new to Soulcalibur and you watch this and you're like, oh my gosh, ring outs are so cheap or whatever, the thing is, like you said, when you play Soulcalibur, that's your life. That's Soulcalibur life. But at the same time, the movement in this game is so crisp. Like your ability to control where you are on the stage, and not only that, it factors into strategy. If you can get knocked back, you try to sidestep so to go for throws. If they're trying to sidewalk away from the edges and stuff like that, it really factors into the play. And a lot of the times, once you start getting to high levels, when you get wrung out, you do a lot of times feel like it is your fault. You can kind of pinpoint the mistake. Maybe not for Sawen right there because, Keith is Keith and Nightmare is Nightmare, but...
yeah, and I love that breakdown, right? Because as you casually go over all of the things that are going through your head at once, what people fail to realize is that all of these thoughts, this positioning, the spacing, thinking about throw, horizontal mids, where you're going to step, what are you going to press, while rising, block, all of this is happening on a frame-by-frame basis, right? This is every millisecond that you need to keep these things in mind while you're trying to understand your opponent's patterns and know what their character's options are in any available situation. There's so much that goes into getting great at these fighting games, and the fact that you're always learning something is what keeps us competitive types engrossed, right? So you love to see that. You love to see it.
Yeah, they say like fighting games could be considered high-speed chess. That's doesn't even do it justice. The amount of things that you have to think of as you're playing, just the amount of stuff that you have to process through your head. And you've been talking up. Yeah, you've been talking up Rufus here, right? So Rufus is going to be coming up against B-Boy Skyzo next here on stream. So we're going to be able, these players are going to be doing exactly that. We talked about how Keith, the first two rounds he got dominated, and why is because he was testing things out from Sawen. How does he react to this poke? Does he sidestep here? Does he do all this? And once he figured that out, you saw it was pure domination. So let's see if Skyzo or Rufus can do that to each other here.
Well, let me tell you how that goes. All right, Rufus, this is the Mad Dog. All right, we'll get to him, but first let's put some respect on Skyzo's name. All right, Francis sent another warrior to the forefront, 30 plus. All right, asked him, hey, listen, who's your character? It's not just Sophitia, all right? Sophitia Alexandra, all right? The full name, you say the whole thing every time. Exactly, all right? I don't know what the government would look like in a Soulcalibur world. Like, who's overlooking everything? As well, do you really want that? Anyway, let's leave Soulcalibur lore alone right now. 84, all right? He did make it here, but it's been a tough path. And Rufus, who was definitely not 18 years old, all right? The Mad Dog has a different age every time you see him. This guy he's just, for all of his amazing Taki play, he puts in personality. Whether off camera, on it, in the gameplay, you know, he might...
He literally said that after playing against me or watching my games, people think that Taki is a strong character. So
and
he's dominating everyone with Taki and still trying to downplay the character at the same time.
Not only that, he considers that his greatest gaming achievement. That people looking at him think that Taki's a strong character. How dare you make it here every month, cook everybody, on the EVO stage, you know, the online side tournament, and downplay. What a god!
Oh man, but yeah,
I love a good down player. I really do, because in this modern age of, you know, balance and the like, a lot of people feel like they need to fight for their character's safety, right? You don't want the perception to get out of hand. Hey, listen.
You like down players, you like everybody, because everybody's always downplaying their character, right?
Welcome to fighting games, baby. If you are not downplaying your character at some point in time, what are you doing, all right? There's two routes you can take when you come into fighting games. You can listen to the modern day and downplay as much, or you can go back and you can watch the great Sanford Kelly and you can pick a top 10. That's it.
I'm just
one or two options.
Now,
who are you?
I am not a down player. I'm not a down player, okay? It's just facts that Killick is not strong in this game.
Okay, yeah, so as we get into the match, right, B-Boy Skyzo opening up with launching to the sky. He's going to take that James Chen opinion and 6-6-P it to the clouds and just get it out of here because we are not dealing with it. However, Rufus, always poised, not worried about it, all right? The trolling comes at any point. He can be up, down, flipping over a bunch of times, but without that, when you just take what you get on the screen, results-wise and the like, these are extremely high-level characters, players. I don't want to talk on balance. I'm not qualified for that. But we're going to run and slide in and check you immediately. Biggest start distance in the game? No, let's close the gap. And Skyzo with the call out into the lethal hit immediately.
Yeah,
and Sophie's so sick.
He's been going for a lot of the GIs there. We saw Rufus bait a couple of GIs out, but that hasn't stopped Skyzo from doing it. And what that's doing as a result is, it's kind of making Rufus's offense a little, oh god, nice. Always recognizing the duck under that last kick there, but hasn't punished it yet properly. Here we go, soul attack, charged up now, just needs one clean hit, ow! And there it is, and Skyzo going up 2-0 here in game number 1.
Yeah, we know how exceptionally strong Sophie becomes once that soul charge is activated. She's just kind of out here. You're going to have to deal with all of her pressure up close, and then like Zeus just with the backup, like, I got you, baby. Go do your thing. However, what I'm liking, you touched on it earlier, is the ducks, right? It's not even reaction at this point. It's just like, I know the possible sequences out of here, and it's basically an OS. I'm looking for you, and the break attack directly into the CE. Won't get much scaling on this one. You got to close your eyes, baby. We got a long way to go, and I'm not trying to see James get blinded too early.
Yeah, call out on the re-GI right there. Have the break attack to blow it up. That's kind of the little mini game after getting GI'd right there. Oh, no! You're out of the ring, and there we go. And so, you know, that's the thing, right? Fighting games with a secondary win condition. Rufus knowing he was down in life, so, you know, making sure he can position himself to get that ring out over there. So
you know what's crazy about that? It's at a high level, you know that in positions such as the one in the previous round, that characters and players are looking for the ring out opportunity, right? Yeah. So you want to defend against them. However, you don't want to just open yourself up in a different light. Like, okay, I'm going to block all the lows and then all the mids hit you, right? I think there's just something about like pride where you want to feel like you can block it all, but you can't, because no matter who you are, if you do nothing but guard, you will get opened up eventually. It does not matter who you are. It only matters when.
Yeah, and we saw it again. You know, the first time that Skyzo got put to the wall again last round, he immediately sidewalked out of there, and Rufus checked him with a nice little horizontal string, and then was able to take him to the other wall anyway. So again, you know, so much of the positioning is so important, and we're seeing the same thing we saw in the last game where Kiev took, you know, a couple of rounds to get the rhythm, and here we are at the wall again. So Soul Charge, get me out of here, but a beautiful sidestep. Ooh.
Yeah, so smart there. Rufus was in a position where he didn't really need the Soul Charge, but he wanted to keep Skyzo scared with his back to the wall, fearing another ring out, and is looking to take the round the traditional way this time out. However, he tries to flip in and get the launch. It's not going to work. Punish. Great reaction. This should be enough for the kill.
Is this going to kill? Is this going to kill?
I believe it will, James. Oh no! Scaling! Oh, what am I talking about? I'm on commentary with James said. The rules are different, so
exactly. It would have killed, except I'm here. So then it
correct.
Woo! Okay.
That's
look
so
at this.
bad. It is the Chinzo attacks. All right. I need to apologize to commentators everywhere. I'm sorry. I did not pay my Chinzo attacks immediately. Of course, it's not gonna kill. You know. This guy over here, all right?
That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here. But look at that. I love that. Skyzo able to stave off that. You know, he was up 2 rounds, got caught up, tied 2-2, was still able to keep the composure, taking game number 1. That's got to build up a lot of that confidence going into game number 2. See if he can try to cause this upset against Rufus. Now, however, you know, we're talking about Rufus. He's seeded number 4. Skyzo's seeded number 5. So they're really not that far apart in seeding. So
not at all.
We definitely can't count Skyzo out of this.
Yeah, the story in that last match what made me exceptionally happy. Rufus just went to it again. Even in that final round where he looked to take it, he went to that little shin kick to get the launch, right? He tried to flip in there, and this time Skyzo just believed in the instincts. It's like, okay, I'm not going to just try to block. I'm here, and I know after, you know, let's say this amount of time, he's going to go for this. So Rufus just simply got met to the punch, and you love that. As a fighting game player, when you get the read, because you're taking the knowledge and just applying it, there's nothing more satisfying. And that was a very, very important game to steal because he was just winning like straight up. You can't depend on only ringing people out to win any tournaments at the high level. I mean, obviously there's gonna be the outliers and the exceptions to the rule, but you're gonna have to come with some neutral straight up, and you're seeing more of it here in game 2.
And, you know, I've often told people who are trying to get good at fighting games, you're gonna get to that one point where for some reason, and you're not even sure why, but you know exactly what your opponent is gonna do, like 5 decisions in a row, and you blow them up 5 times in a row, and it feels like the greatest feeling ever. That's one of those big epiphanies where fighting games just start to make sense, and you realize why they're so great and why they're so fun.
Yeah, right there again, you see Skyzo looking for the specific strings in which a high is coming so that he can duck them. However, Rufus switching it up that time to go for a different form of mix-up, but they both just end up going their separate ways. There's a lot of mind games happening under the hood right now that aren't as easily visible to the basic eye, but how about a CE just out of range?
Too far.
Yeah, very unfortunate situation, but still alive. However, the breakdance boogie, baby. Taki invented breakdancing. This is the first time you saw it. All right, just give her props. And Rufus, 2 rounds straight. What an answer from the Mad Dog.
Yeah. Just going for the low option right there. Oh, nice. Gets the sidestep lethal hit now. And gonna be some decent damage here. I mean, the lethal hits, obviously, they give you a lot of combos. You know, one of the nice things that they did is they made sure that the lethal hits, I mean, depending, like, if Nightmare...
Oh my God!
I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna stop talking
finesse?
Because...
Just... I need that in the replay package. That clearly was not a clean hit, but because Sophie was in the air, she caught a piece. Just a little piece, all right? Not the cleanest hit, but for whatever reason, it did so much damage. Let me find out that Taki also has 1 punch strength, and she has secret buffs that we don't know about. Rufus, your downplaying will come to an end today, all right? Because we all saw it, everybody.
We're all gonna learn. We're all gonna learn that Taki is secretly the strongest character in the game.
Yeah. There's a lab monster somewhere right now. Like, you know what? Maybe if you hit on this pixel, on this active frame, and this position, this move does 800 damage instead of 8.
Yeah,
that's
but I'm curious now. See if Skyzo's went for the stage change. I'm trying to see. Yeah, and probably just maybe hoping for a stage without a ring out, right? Oh no, actually they went to the same stage. They're in the same stage now. So again,
it happens
the stage,
sometimes. You know, random, LOL. Just pick a different stage, forehead. Anyway, it's another thing we're seeing from you know, the greatness of all these characters and the players. Not to take away from anything, but it feels reminiscent of just the previous set we saw. Game 1 between Kiev and Saywin looked kind of, you know, oh, we're gonna go for a different approach with the heavier neutral, and then it just got out of hand. And that game 2 was just like all Rufus. Now Skyzo fighting back here with an extremely impressive round, but again, it ain't over till it's over. We all know how much the magic pixel matters, but not this round. Skyzo was kicked to the head to get those thoughts out of there.
Yeah, Skyzo was having a great round there, reading a lot of the situations there, getting the side steps, but again, we've seen what Rufus can do, and see if Rufus can make the counter adjustment. Nice chase down on her backdash.
Yes,
she was trying to build that space, but again, that angel step into the, I think it's the B follow-up right there, is so fast and so good range. So the range on that is really, really good, very strong.
Nice launch, beautiful spacing, easy punish, knowing exactly the move to go to, going for the gold there. Oh, okay, a little pump fake. We've seen Skyzo go to that over the months. You know, flaunt the unblockable, mess with the ground pound, but oh my god, Rufus surviving with just a sliver of health, 15 seconds on the clock, but legs wide open, exposed on the no ability to block, low defense, and yeah, I mean, wow, this is just a back and forth thing. It's not going to be reminiscent of the previous match where, you know, the quote-unquote favorite just runs away, and Rufus has just been a bit more grounded. Less of the god level as far as his hold over EU on the side of Kiev, and everybody else just opening up, stepping up to the throne.
Character knowledge right here from Skyzo, knowing the gap in there, getting the GI in there. And like I said, I feel like Skyzo right now is, even though he's down on life right now, from the past 3 rounds, including this one, I feel like he's had a really strong read on what it is that Rufus wants to do. And look at this, he has that position, ring out potential, tries to go for the GI. And look at that, even as the hop to go over the low attack. What a perfect read in that situation.
No way.
The guard break. And the
side step, stop it.
First.
Stop it. Stop it.
Like I said, even though he was down in life, I felt like Skyzo had the reads, even to the point where he knew that with no health left, a low was gonna take it. And you saw he had the jumping attack in there. You know, he had the low crush, the low crush over there, and got the guard break, got the launch, had the perfect position, and he put himself into that position by being super aggressive and making sure that Rufus was back to the edge. So again, very earned ring out there.
Imagine what that call out does, right? It's one of those situations where you have no life, and at high level, a lot of people are not gonna die blocking when they have no health, right? It's like, okay, I have to try something. You get the call out, you get the low crush. That has to do some type of mental damage to Rufus, because his whole soul charge is getting handled with back to the ring out and no health. Oh, easy power up. So to get the break attack, I mean, it's so recognizable. Talking about the optimization and knowing where to go, the combos, the follow-ups, everything. It's just, it's so bad, but at the same time, you know exactly what you're getting into when you apply the pressure near a ring out situation with all the health available to you. All right, scary stuff there here in the most beautiful map in the game. I just love this stage so much.
This stage is so beautiful. And the fact that they have Kuroko, you know, the guy in the background, and even the Sam Show announcer, you know, at the start, it's so good. Shout out to Namco.
Crossover content, and it's actual, like, just love letters to the actual IP, it's always a beautiful setting. So definitely a great implementation. That's somebody who's looking at barely from the outside when it comes to Sam Show. It's just sick stuff here. However, Rufus, I don't think he was very fond of losing that last round in that fashion. It's just another day at the office, but you're seeing him go less and less to the 3-hit string with the kick that's being ducked, not taking too many big risks, but also Rufus not as comfortable seemingly as we see him time in and time out. Is playing more solid. Skyzo's forced him to slow this all the way down, so Skyzo definitely in control here of the mental game.
Yeah, look at this, and then another side. So he sidestepped that attack, is gonna get the kill here. Previous to that, he blocked a break attack. He's minus, and he still attacked. And he was right. He checked Rufus coming in, trying to steal some turns. Skyzo right now, like I said, has the read on Rufus. He is playing so smart right now.
It's like every time he tries to get away, here comes an angel step, follow you, all right? I must see you. You must feel my sword, all right? Let's stay within my vicinity, and the spacing has just been immaculate from Skyzo. But finally, call out on that GI. Oh my God, gets the wall, extra damage, resets him, and gets the throw. It's just sync all the way, jumps right back in. Okay, now Rufus turning on the heat, and wow. You see the respect? He just blocks there for 3 seconds when he had all of the momentum in his favor.
Yeah, and Skyzo was able to step guard his way out of the corner, but now look at this. Big lethal hit. Oh no, drops the end of that, but catches with the mid. Okay, Skyzo expecting a low, crouching in the middle of that. Rufus trying to take this round now to get to 2-2.
Runs up, keeps it safe, solid. Nice easy combo, no launch, a bit too ambitious on the follow-up punisher from Skyzo. After the complete whiff, nothing from Rufus again, does not want to overexert himself there. Break attacks, and we know Skyzo loves to build up that guard gauge if possible. And knowing that Rufus was going to go for a follow-up after that initial hit whiffed and just tried to get in position for the punish, the mental fortitude from Skyzo right now to just not crack and stay on top of what works is highly impressive right now.
Right. I'm trying to see right now if Rufus wants to try to use that meter, but actually he might not even need to worry about it. Goes for the low. That should be punishable.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. There's that 1K. Gets the knockdown. Oh no! Was that supposed to be a soul charge?
Most likely.
That was supposed to be a soul charge, and he axed those soul charges back in all 3 buttons, and I think he accidentally did neutral. That might have just been an execution error there. That was or a soul attack. Could have been a soul charge or a soul attack, right?
Either way, these players are so good. It's more than likely that there was an input error there. However, you see Rufus, now if you pay attention to the end of that match, he was getting in his bag. He started doing the flip over mix-up, and he did it 3 times in a row. It's like, I don't care, right? You can punish me no matter what. No, I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to get cheeky and try to slide this low in here. All right, whatever. I don't care, all right? But he's getting more comfortable. And anytime Rufus gets comfortable, it spells trouble for his opponents. However, I still can't call it. Even though he's advancing, Skyzo has just been so solid. And call it what it is, he's just been better. I know the score indicates a more even, matchup, but let's get into it. This is why we play the game, and this is why we love it so much. Evolution within a set is amazing. And we have our first game 5 of the day.
Yeah, here we go. This is the final game. This is when all of your reads and all of your, knowledge of the opponent. Nice.
Oh, the spacing is immaculate right now.
Yeah, expecting a low there, and now just going with nothing but mids, but gets the sidestep, gets the lethal hit. Again, good damage here, but not enough to kill. Break attack. Tries to go for the throw, the nice micro duck, and then goes for the low option. Rufus taking the lead now, 1 round.
Yeah, huge maturity in that round there from Rufus, just not overexerting, looking for Skyzo to actually give him chances instead of trying to force them himself. And now that the tables have turned, he's able to add that additional pressure because he knows Skyzo in the clutch situation back against the ropes is not looking well, working on a near perfect. All right, finally gets a singular hit, but it's going to need much, much more.
Man, wow. I mean, is it just me, or is this like the first time I feel like Rufus has gone this aggressive? Like early on in the first game, you remember Skyzo was throwing out those GIs every once in a while to discourage the aggression. We're not seeing those GIs right now, and I think Rufus has kind of realized that and is starting to go super aggressive now, and he knows that he has, 2 lethal hits in a row.
Bye. And just the finesse. You see the finger roll there from Sophia Alexandra? She had just enough finesse on that to let you know, listen, baby, I got it too. And we saw Rufus only made 2 mistakes in that match, and that was going for the flip over mix-up again. He did it twice, he got punished twice, and that was the only health he lost throughout the round. Everything else up close is working. With the foot on the gas, pedal to the metal, stay there. As long as you don't flip over, you are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and both of these players right now, with so much meter, neither of them using anything. Rufus right now going to activate, because even if Rufus loses this round, he's going to get another meter. For free. Oh, God! Reading him running in, and that's again perfect in just reading the timing of when your opponent wants to get aggressive. But here comes Rufus, just needs one more hit to be able to take this. Goes for the low option. It's not enough to kill. It's not enough. Break attack, soul charge again.
Bro, are you serious?
That did so much damage.
Yeah, nah, James. This is definitely your fault that breakdance did not kill. It is meant to be. Game 5, round 5, early on to start. Angel step, aggression coming back to Skyzo, figuring out exactly what he wants to do, how he wants to play it, tapping the legs, and now Rufus right back at you. No flip mix up. Just gonna take my single hits, pop the soul charge. Let's go. What do you want to do? You want to activate? You can't. So now you have to deal with this. Working on the guard gauge, flashing yellow, beats the CE out, and Rufus is in big time danger.
Yeah, one of the things that's really important is a lot more angel steps right now from Skyzo. We saw Rufus being aggressive a lot with AA. That has a tech crouch on it, the angel step. So trying to stave off that offense.
There is so much going on right now, doing the breakdance, and not the move, but in the movement itself. Got him from the backside throw, kind of. This is a lot of damage. Follow up, Oki incoming. What's the mix up? Roll into nothing, trying to find a lethal hit, but gets a launch instead.
All right.
Oh my God, James, this is so clutch.
Oh, this is down to the wire here. Oh, the launch. He just angel stepped in there, waited a second, and then went for the launch. Rufus crouched at the last second, expecting a low, and got caught. Skyzo, B-boy Skyzo, clutching it out at the very end. What a match, and we've just started, dude.
This is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. The high drama, high octane, high adrenaline EU action. No script today, baby. Kiev is just kind of doing their own thing, you know, 3-0, all right, whatever. I'm just here. I'll meet you when I meet you. But everybody else is fighting tooth and nail as we get into these replays early on, right? Here's an opportunity. Bow. Gets into it. All right, I'm losing a ring out. Couldn't quite close that out with all ring outs. This one was a bit more neutral based, but it was Skyzo being able to take advantage with some great sequences and fighting out of the corner wonderfully after that one. After that sequence. That was what woke him up. Yeah, that woke him up and gave him this right here. The call out and the break attack. One more.
There, yeah. And then gets the lethal hit, or the break, I'm sorry. And then the little sidewalk to make sure he was at the right angle. Genius, genius.
Yeah, huge Rufus, momentum shift there, but as we got into it, Rufus was not to be undone. Tries to flip over the catch attack, or just catch him on the backside where you can't block, sidestepping. And again, Rufus came out the gate, pedal to the metal, high aggression, wins the first 2 rounds of the final game. So you have to imagine the disappointment and not being able to close it out in a situation that didn't result in ring outs to begin with. This was just clean caliber right here. He was getting outplayed in every, definition of the word.
And one of the things I just want to add on, I see these people in the chat. It is never too late to get into this game. This game is so good. It's so much fun. This is actually my first Soulcalibur. And the way that my brain is like, what have I been doing my whole life? Like, how have I been missing out on this? Like, this game is so enjoyable. It's never too late. The community is wonderful. Soulcalibur community, honestly, is one of the best fighting game communities out there. It is not too late to get into this game. So if you want to pick this up, a lot of people out there who will be willing to help you learn this game and play. It's so much fun. It's exciting. You feel good when you play it. And I'm sure right now Rufus isn't feeling so good, but the Kiev-Rufus potential matchup here may have to wait until like grand finals or something if Rufus can break his way all the way through the lower bracket.
It was easier to talk about it when they had each other's path, like, one set away. When you get dropped down to the lower bracket in round 1, that is a lot of sets you need to win to claw yourself back. But we've seen this before. Not only just in general, but from Rufus himself. So I'm sure it's not the end of him. I just want to say congratulations to Skyzo once again.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful clutch gameplay, which sets up the France semifinal to the surprise of no one, actually. It's a bit of an upset, but it's not one of those things that you couldn't see coming. But up next, wow, the France train continues. The good luck charm. This is Ganondorf. He has been the absolute story of the past few months. And without winning.
You told me the story of that. I'm the good luck charm. I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Ganondorf appreciates that.
I'm not gonna make it about me, but he's my good luck charm. It's an inside thing that he and I have, and I love more than anything to see this man flourish. All right, he's been knocking on the door. Right, made a few finals here and there. Wasn't consistent, and then it became consistent. Right, gets 7th here 1 week. It's 5th, 4th, 2nd. It's just been a steady ascent towards knocking on the door to a championship. And what would be a better place than the protagonist who is trying to slay the monster that is Nightmare than here? And the EVO side tournament is officially, all right, Ganondorf repping as well. It's been loyalist all the way. He hasn't had a clean as a route here as Keeve did, who hadn't dropped a single game and still has it, by the way. But still exceptionally strong, all right? Hasn't been threatened in any of the sets. And we know what Aswell does. If you have watched Soulcalibur 6 at any time in this game's lifespan, you have likely seen this character, all right, here to save the human race. But Revolution,
from the
on the other hand, from the Netherlands, okay, coming through with the Raphael, the most poised, you understand, the most clean. This is neutral personified. You have never seen a character look so good, do what he does in Soulcalibur than Raph. So I'm excited to see this character.
Yeah, most Soulcalibur players aren't going to describe Raphael as clean.
He's clean. I don't care.
They'll probably describe him as cheap or dirty.
Listen, all right. Let me specify, all right? In animation only, all right? Let's leave it there. I haven't seen the Caliber guys and girls on and offline in a year and a half, all right? They can fight about that all they want to. I don't care, all right? I love X, and loving X already puts you in a special type of doghouse in terms of your opinions. So I don't care what they have to say. Right now, this is about Revolution and Ganondorf. So we'll see what happens. Super excited to see this. So many stories, man, in every single match that we have today. It's the way it lines up, and Europe being so competitive over here. I just... It's hard to, even as somebody who's a huge fan of Ganondorf, it's hard to pick a favorite, right? Because Revolution is not somebody I see often. So, and who better than to win it all, right? Revolution just shows up today. It's like, who's this? We haven't seen too much of them. All right, W, all right? Big W, pass the trophy over there and hold that for a year. Like, you would love to see that. Maybe I just like chaotic stories. I don't know. Maybe
you're talking about the stories. You know, Saywin, who fought Keeve in the first round, he actually made it here because due to the way things are scored, that we actually had 2 people tied for 8th place. They actually played a match before the stream started. It was him and somebody else. I can't remember who the other player was, but they had to play each other for the right to play against Keeve. So,
love to see. Congratulations. Yeah, you did it. As we get into game 3 here, this is the winner's quarters, second to last match of this starting round. And yeah, Ganondorf right on cue. It's just poetry, me and him, you know? We talk about our side stories. I get into match. Here's an intro. He said, all right, KP, listen, I'm ready to end this round. Let's move on to the next. And I say, I got you. So, I didn't get to see too much of that dirt that James talked about when it came to Raph, as we get the wake-up launch for the human race. And Ganondorf, man, we thought that Key was aggressive or Skyzo or Rufus. Wow, I mean, Ganondorf has not left like the character 1 space since the match started. He's gotten up in his opponent's grill and refuses to move out.
I mean, it's a good idea. It just doesn't give Raphael any chance to get into any of his, prep stances or anything like that. Like he's trying to right now, but nice. Reading the low option, going for the sidestep and punishing. Again, so much of this game, it really comes down to like a ton of rock, paper, scissors, like as fast as possible in a row, and your ability to read what the opponent wants to do.
Yeah, I love that double sidestep from both of them, just kind of dancing with it, right? How could you prep for the destruction of humanity? The saving of it, excuse me, we are pro as well in this house. And yeah, just a lot of dancing with the weapons, gets the throw finally. Oh, it's so smooth, just the tip of the sword, baby. Just to give you a feeling of what you're going to deal with later, as Revolution looked to bring it back, but instead gets opened up. Lethal hit. That's a big chunk of red, James.
I was just about to say, watch out for Muscle Buster. Watch out for Muscles. That's the ultimate round ender right there for Aswell, and it definitely did its job. And there you go, man. Just like that.
That would be a very interesting discussion. I'll probably tweet about it. I'll ask a bunch of the Caliber heads, what are some of the best round-ending moves in this game? Muscle Buster has to be in the discussion for like number 1 at the very least, right? Something to talk about, right? Because with something that's so popular, you know it's coming. The spectators know it's coming. The Aswell player knows they're gonna telegraph it, and it hits so often. Why is that?
Why is that? It's so punishable too. It's so punishable on block, but it doesn't matter. It's just like, you know, you just don't believe they're actually gonna do it. It's like, I know that you know that everybody closes with this, so you're not gonna do it, but then they do it anyway.
Yeah, they show you, man. They are who we thought they were, right? You need to believe these opponents as we get into a much wider stage. Doesn't have too much fear of a ring out, but again, everything is a possibility. However, this show is for the main stage. Raphael coming through with an extremely beautiful sequence and more where that came from. Oh my goodness, this is the rap show all in a straight line. You know, this is just fencing at its finest as the stab comes right through and Ganondorf stopped in his tracks. He said, okay, look, bro, if you want to play this fast and we want to mash the buttons, how about I hit you with a case of I pressed it first. That's always a good offensive strategy when everything is hidden.
All right, well, APOC Revolution does finally get on the board with that round, coming in here now with a little bit more aggression. You had mentioned in the last game, Ganondorf was doing all the attacking, but now APOC having a little bit more offense now. But we're gonna get the soul charge. Ganondorf, just runs up and muscle busters.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? I'm calling you out. You want to sidestep? No, I got you.
All right, and now back to the wall. Kind of a scary situation. APOC Revolution fights his way out, gets the throw, needs one more hit, and goes for the mid.
Come on, man.
Right there.
You're going to tell me that wasn't the most graceful throw ever? He did a whole Michael Jackson spin on him. You saw that? He stepped on him with both feet and twirled his whole body on the ground. That's like, you do that in a music video, you got to copyright it so nobody else can ever do it ever. Like, that's it. Man, listen, bro.
It could only be better if he did like the smooth criminal on him. Like, he leans forward, you know?
Oh, of course. And with the glasses stop it. Anyway, keep it continuing on. He's in big trouble, right? I don't think Aswell is a fan of the flashiness as he's working on a red guard gauge and low health. Yeah. No matter what happened there, you were going to be in big time trouble and didn't even go for the ring out. Wanted to kill him the old-fashioned way. Ganondorf answering.
I feel like that actually wasn't a bad situation for APOC because he died by absorbing the guard break. Had he just tried to prevent the guard break and fight too hard, he might have gotten killed. Guard break preserves between rounds. And so by almost kind of sacrificing that round so you can start the next round with a reset guard gauge, I think is actually a pretty good decision. Oh God, look at that jumping. The tech jump over the low.
I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's too smooth. The fate of humanity. No. Raphael should be left alone, all right? He is just everything that is bright with the world of Soulcalibur lore. And yeah, don't pitchfork me. All right, one game apiece. It's highly competitive, James. This is what makes me happy, right? You want to see the back and forth. You want to see the adaptation on each side. You want to watch a set and not know who's gonna win, and that is exactly what's being delivered outside of what the champion does. But for the rest of us mortals down here, we get to understand what's going on, and it seems that this one is pretty cut and dry. I'm not gonna say that either of these contestants' defense is weak, but I'm just going to say both of their offenses are super potent. And whoever can enforce their will is going to win here. It doesn't seem much more in terms of like guessing properly and the adaptation and the blocking. Just like, look, neither one of us can stop each other. Who's going to score more. You know what I'm saying? This is Kevin Durant. This is James Harden. Like, they're just going at it 50 points.
Yeah, and you had mentioned about, how it's so hard to tell who's going to be able to take this. Not only is there parity within the players and the regions, but with the characters themselves. We have 8 different characters and the 8 players that we have here in the top 8. And, you know, shout outs to Okubo and team for doing a good job balancing the game, giving us great patch notes. We look forward to future great patch notes. Rib, elbow.
I felt that elbow all the way across the country. Yikes. All right, we got the muscle buster to catch the legs, and Ganondorf he got interested, right? They heard about it, but with the wall behind him, he could be in trouble. One open up from Raph, and that could turn the tide of this match. Stop the clock, so, you know, 31 seconds is not that big of a factor, but great reaction to go under and interrupt before the follow-up. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe there is a bit more than potent offense coming into this set.
Yeah, Ganondorf now suddenly reversing it, and you know, like I said, you see this a lot happen in Soulcalibur. You know, you start reading what an opponent wants to do, they figure out that you've read that, so now you switch to a different thing, and then they have to figure out that you switched, and it's just this beautiful back and forth dance between the players. Here we go, Soul Charge wants to take this 3 rounds to 0 like he did that first game. Not gonna quite happen. The counter Soul Charge. Oh, leaping over.
Had one ounce.
Guess what finished the round?
I don't know.
What did I say? Is the round ender?
I don't know, James. So I think I missed it. Would you like to tell me what move that was?
That was the Muscle Buster, ladies and gentlemen. Which, of
funny
course,
thing about it, we saw when he first went into his Soul Charge, he actually did run up Muscle Buster, but he got interrupted in the middle of the animation, which would have granted him the wall, so he probably could have killed earlier. But of course, I mean, again, you just dig into the science. Why does that work so effectively, so all the time? I don't have the answers, Sway. I don't know who has the answers, but I do love to see it. What a beautiful move. And getting the full hit, the clean hit, so you get the animation. It's like they don't miss. As well, players just have this thing that says, all right, they're in Muscle Buster death range. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like watching, like, whenever you watch Blue God, I swear, it's like he ends every round with it almost as like a message, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember,
but
please.
You know, it's just one of those moves. It's nice because obviously you're more scared of mids in this game than you are of lows, but then at the same time, Muscle Buster also catches the side steps as well. So, you know, there's just a lot of potency from it. Of course, the negative is that it's very punishable, and you have to get into the, you know, you have to be in axe mode to be able to have it come out as fast as possible. Yeah. But
let me ask you a question. Do you think as well players care about getting punished?
No.
That confidence is what allows them to rock so much. And like that sequence, very fortunate trade for Ganondorf because there was a duck and Revolution was about to launch him into the seas, but instead we're going to take a backdrop again, get a nice view of the aerial portion of any map. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This may kill, actually. Okay, didn't quite get the move to him into the wall, but
okay, but then yeah, there we go, catches with the low. And then, you know what, I'm just gonna launch you out for good measures, add insult to injury, but Ganondorf now with all the momentum, 1 round away from taking this. APOC Revolution's gotta figure something out, but see right there, the read, he was crouching, caught hit, and then the dunk, and then he dunked him out of, that's it. Disrespectful way to end it. Just taking you into the air, alley-oop to yourself, dunk him right out of the ring, and Ganondorf is gonna move on.
I don't want to laugh at people's misfortune, but like some of these ring outs are so incredibly disrespectful. That's how it makes me feel on the inside. You know, maybe I have a bit of that as well blood in me, right? Because we've all seen the win pose where he's just laughing hysterically. I share that sentiment because the human race does need to be saved. And you take a look at this replay and become more enlightened on your path of being a better Soulcalibur person, all right? Believe in Aswell and his teachings because it is not nonsense. It is phenomenal. We did get an excellent sequence here in game 2 where Revolution started to wake up and he figured, all right, outmatch offense with offense. However, it didn't quite have the layers, right? It worked, and as it continued on throughout the set, Ganondorf just got better and better at weathering the storm. And
yeah, but
although
I love that second game there, though. And that second game was all APOC Revolution. And then from there, look at this comeback from APOC, and then the finish with the Muscle Buster.
You know it's coming. I know. I'm just gonna leave it alone. He gets the side here. He was working on a perfect at this point, so there was like one follow-up mix-up, even if he didn't get the ring out in that situation, and it just got pretty ugly pretty fast. All right, James, check this out. Right, we have 3 players in the semifinals of the upper bracket. All 3 players hailing from France.
Look, France, like I said, is one of the powerhouses. Like you said, they hand you Soulcalibur with the birth certificate, you know. They ask you, when you fill out the birth certificate, like this is a true story, it asks what the name of the baby is, and it also asks what the main character is going to be.
Yeah, projected main. Yeah, because some of these kids grow up and they just discuss it. You know, having a child now, you know, if my child doesn't play a certain character in a certain franchise, we're going to have problems. So, you know, it's just, we just go from there. It's projected character made, and then they just go on their ways to have the balance and have enough matchup experience to go around the whole country because everybody plays somebody. Excellent performance.
I had joked that, you know, your child is katana secondary, right? So, you know, that might mean it's okay if they use katana as a secondary.
No, he can just he can just play Soulcalibur and it's fine. And just play X. Freedom of Reign over here, bunch of cool characters, cool archetypes, all of that. We don't play grapplers in this house though, but other than that, it's great, right? Coming up, speaking of family and what comes into respect and legacy of a name, Fanley Jr. hails from that, right? Older brothers, fathers, all played Soulcalibur, all share the name Fanley as the tournament name, and they all play Maxi, all right? Now, that segue was straight up, it just happened naturally. That was not set up. It's wonderful that the connections, that family comes through when it comes to fighting games and passing down the knowledge, because a lot of the fantastic players in their youth across all of the scenes come from families where an older brother played or a family member played, and they've been holding a controller learning fighting games since like 8 or 9 or something like that. And Fanley is no stranger to that. Fantastic Maxi player, super fan favorite throughout the Open Series. So, you know, I'm expecting a lot here. However, Mindros,
Croatia,
all right, representing Croatia. This is 35. We don't care. Forget these kids. That's the motto. So Fanley got to get laid down today, and Ivy is here to whip some sense into these young bucks who think because everything is so accessible, they can just be bigger, stronger, and faster than us, because they are. I don't like it. We're fighting back, all right? Let's go. 30-plus gang.
Now, all I'm doing is, you know, you're sitting there talking about, you know, Fanley's history and everything.
Yeah.
I just pictured Dom Toretto standing there going, Fanley.
Well, if,
you know
if
how I'm
Dom
gonna win? Because of Fanley.
I mean, that's actually not bad. We need to ask. Let me tweet at Vin Diesel and see if he's ever played Soulcalibur and ask who he named. So that would be like crazy. Anyway, memes aside, you're gonna get some fire Soulcalibur action, and Maxi, one of the more technical characters to watch as we see, you know, throughout the lifespan. Shout out to
it's going to be interesting because, you know, Ivy is going to be the ranged zoner character, although she does have some juice up close as well. But you're going to see a lot of the range that she has. She has some of the farthest mid horizontals, for example. And of course, Maxi, like you said. Look, in my progress of trying to learn Soulcalibur, I ask top Soulcalibur players, what is Maxi doing? And their response is usually, I don't even know what Maxi's doing. I ask Maxi players what Maxi's doing, and Maxi players are like, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, now that's straight up downplaying. So I don't care, bro. Maxi players definitely, in my experience over the course of, you know, just hanging with some of the people, they're like the low-key downplayers. Like, they know, I'm not even going to get into it. Let's just get into the game here and see whether or not Mindros is able to control that range that we talked about, because that's exactly what I wanted to get into, right? For Maxi and all of his mix-ups and the enhancements he gets as he, you know, gets through his 7-star severance. It doesn't matter if you can't touch your opponent because she's playing you at spacing. But the thing about Fanley is that his ability to close the gap and knowing when to forego offense for positioning is so extremely strong. As you get the sidestep call out there on the CE, that's just easy. Reversal edge. Sorry, the RE. Easy to call out when somebody's being overwhelmed. That's what you should keep your eye on in this game.
And again, you know, this is what Maxi can do. Like you said, it kind of has a choice on exactly what you want to do, but against a character like Ivy, you want to get in there and just stay in oppression range right here. That's exactly what Family is doing. And Midros just has not had an opportunity to do anything. Okay, goes for a little bit of a cheeky play right there. Goes for the unblockable, but then the comeback stopped short.
Yeah, all for not. It really hurts to see that, right? Because you get comfortable in a position where you're like, you know, oh, wow, we're just going to do fully charged unblockables all day. All right, Fan I don't think I've ever seen anybody win a match mentally as fast as I've seen this one. I think this is going to be over quick, bro.
Yeah, here we go. Gets the lethal hit off of that. Is he going to let the whole thing rock? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My favorite animation, baby. Look at this fireman. Ugh, that's so sick.
And the damage on that too is a half life right there. Low scaling. Usually the critical edges don't do as much damage in combos, but right now Midros has got to do something. He's got his. There we go.
He got a little saucy right there with that flip, trying to land it with the kick. This might be death.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Dang,
see, Fan Lee, he took his foot off the gas that one sequence. He did the little front flip cartwheel thing. He was trying to be cute. Look, Lanai's Michael Jordan and stuff. You know, Maxi James out here. I can't just. He's having fun because he knows that everything is working. And the ego, if you don't check yourself in the middle of these sequences, you leave the door open. And in high level, that's all anybody ever needs. You give them an opportunity, and then you can be facing the lower bracket wondering what happened. Like, man, I was in so much control. How did I lose that? And anytime you need to pose that question to yourself, it's big time trouble.
Good sidestep, and then goes for the soul attack instead of a critical edge punish.
Try this.
Just gets right in there.
Try this. You don't want to try it. You don't have a choice. It's so fast. And with the soul attack version, like yeesh, you're just like walking casually. Okay, let me sidestep. This is cute. Okay, I'm about to press this, and then you're done. Pack it up. Go to the next round. I liked that Fan Lee got right back on top of it because again, we saw him going deeper and deeper into the move list in the situation where you didn't necessarily need to. Right? Sure, when your opponent's on a pixel, right, everything opens up because anything hits. But these are, you know, situations where a simple AA combo won't kill. You don't need a full combo, but you need just a little bit of seasoning, right? A little bit of sazon on it, and it's like you're doing these jumps, these flips, stick to the basics, get the job done, and there you go. So Fan Lee up 1-0. If he continues at this pace, I think we'll get through this set like rather dominantly. But let's see what our guy has in the tank in terms of fighting back, because Midros, that round wasn't as strong as it could be or as we've seen him play before.
All right, nice crouch from Midros, reading the standing A. Gonna get that damage there with a little bit of a forced block there, trying to add a little bit to the guard damage.
Talk to him.
Oh no! Maybe try to read the back roll. Thought he was gonna try to ukemi back, but instead just got up in place, gets the punish, and then finishes that round off.
Yep. And you saw how simple that was. The run up, just a swift kick to the face. He didn't do anything overzealous. Nothing that was gonna have, you know, extremely high recovery or put him in a terrible position where he's gonna really have to guess because, you know, reverse ring out territory. No, it's okay to get opened up traditionally, but closing out rounds is such an underrated attribute necessary for Soulcalibur at high level. As I watch more and more and begin to understand why the elite are so, you know, so much better, it's very, very underrated. Closing out rounds.
Yeah, and I mean, as a player myself, I get so many points where I have like need to get one or two more solid hits, and I have this big old life lead, and then I just die.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we are one and the same. I've done it for 8 years now. It's so bad. Oh my God. Okay, gets the launch. Beautiful air control there. And to not, you know, get one of those unfortunate ring outs, but a beautiful reaction on the punish going to the soul attack, which not only puts him in a counter hit like that crush position, but is able to cover the distance so that Ivy could not recover in time. Again, it's just very small optimizations that these players are ready for, seemingly on a dime.
And Fan Lee right now, his his step guarding has been fantastic. He has just been avoiding everything, tiny bits, and that's how he's been able to get so many of these round victories, you know, where he got that last hit punish with the palm strike, and then there for the ring out, every single time was preceded by a little mini step guard, and you just see Midros has been swinging with a lot of the verticals. You know, just to get into this, because I see in the chat there's a lot of people who haven't played a lot of Soulcalibur. There's really, you know, two main attack buttons, A and B. A is horizontal, B is vertical. Vertical is all moves that go this way. You can sidestep them to avoid them. A is the horizontal. They will catch you sidestepping, but most of them, a lot of them are highs, so you can crouch under them and punish. And so it really kind of gets into this game of reading your opponents, keeping them from sidestepping by throwing out the horizontals, but then they can crouch, and then you use the verticals to beat the crouching, and then it's just kind of like
that's
cycle.
so sick. I feel like I should pay you for the tutorial on like vertical leads up and down and horizontal leads left and right. That's so sick. How dare you? Anyway, as we get into the next game, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Change.
We are going deep into the picks here. We want to slam some things. I think Midros has simply had enough. If you want to play the up close game, well, I've got just the character for you, family. Take a step into my office and let's have a conversation. Scoop.
And one of the scary thing about, I mean, Astaroth is the resident grappler of the game. Now, while you can tech most of his throws, there's always like a 50-50 guess whether it's a forward or a back throw. But his mix-ups that he gets off of the throws are ridiculous. So that's what makes his throw game so much scary. He's got better range. Oh, God, the dragon in, setting up the unblockable. But yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, Midros is low-key kind of out here. He's let like 5 or 6 full unblockables rock. Like, so I respect it. He just does not care.
Okay, yep. There we go. Gotta respect that. Actually, no, that wasn't even in the soul charge. Never mind. And he tried to go for a throw right there, but nice crouch by Fanley. Now, you know, all throws can be crouched, and so you're like, doesn't that weaken Astaroth? Well, he's got a bunch of throws that grab crouching players as well. And again,
so at the beginning of this set, you know, before anything ever started, I really wanted people to focus on how Fanley decides to give up, you know, attacks for positioning and moving, and you just see it so much on display. It might not be easily visible, but when you really break it down, this man has just been in the right place, right time 90% of the time. And although he just got his head stomped in, you know, it's okay. You're gonna lose rounds, it happens. But right now, a very commanding 2-0. And
the low grab right there. You saw Fanley actually crouch at the last second and got tricked. So good read by Midros. Nice sidestep again. That was the thing that was working really well against the Ivy. Oh God, again, just
every single time.
The auto GI in the middle of that. And he's trying to push him out of the ring. But look at this. And you see how Midros is trying so hard to prevent himself from getting wrung out, but that just led to Fanley hitting him a bunch of times and killing him by damage instead.
Right, these reactions to get these auto GIs on these Astaroth moves are insane. You know, not the fastest thing as grapplers usually aren't, and the call-outs have just been immaculate. Again, block solve, all right, everything is off. This is just raw muscles and X, but it might not be enough.
Right. Just keeps going in there, and that should do it. That's gonna end it, and Fanley is gonna take it 3-0. Gonna give us the whole animation here, just so we can get the fire punch, and there we go.
Sick, so sick. All right. I just like to, you know, keep it 60 here, 60 seconds, like a full Soulcalibur round, and that it is what it is. Fanley domination, movement, beat unblockables, and there just wasn't enough. That is not the end, however, of their run. They're going to drop down to losers, and Fanley's going to move forward. But I don't really have too much to add to it, James. I really don't want to fluff people up with unnecessary words. It is what it is. It was complete domination.
Yeah. And again, you know, I'm not sure we're going to see a lot of it here on the replays, but the micro step guards, one of the most important things. So in a lot of games, you know, like Tekken, backdashing is the most important movement technique. See, you saw a little step guard right there from Fan Lee, despite losing that round. And you'll see it right here as well. Oh no, actually, he was just able to take him out there. But, you know, in Soulcalibur, the step guard is the most important defensive movement option you have in the game. It's fast, it's safe. It does, like, see right there, the step guard led to that and gets the ring out over there. It is by far the most important thing to learn as a Soulcalibur player. Step guard right there, getting right around there.
You know what? Let's just sell a Fan Lee mixtape on step guarding. That's it. That's it. It's just a Fan Lee compilation. Step guarding, the guide to opening up your opponents for absolutely free, and you just have straight up EVO online side tournament footage. Like, it's legit.
Ugh. There we go. And that was the end of it. Fan Lee does take a 3-0. So the only that's the only second 3-0 that we've seen here. You can see Keeve and Fan Lee dominating.
Oh my god. Go get it, Dork versus Fan Lee. Who do you root for there? How do you root for the two, like, fan favorites? Like, how do you pick a side there? Hopefully by then we have predictions live in the chat, because I want to know how the viewers feel. But that is insane. Oh my god. So
Keeve and Fan Lee were seeded number 1 and number 2, and they are showing exactly why they're those seeds right now, because they definitely had some dominating games right there.
So, if you want to be next in line to show us why we should respect your gameplay and be the next storyline, head on over to compete.playstation.com. All right, there's tournaments, lots of fighting games, lots of just gaming in general, and the Open Series is a fantastic vehicle for you to showcase them skills. Now, with that being said, I'll give you some opportunity to do that with this quick break, but a little surprise from the folks at Soulcalibur, PlayStation, and Bandai Namco. Thank you to everyone for your continued support for Soulcalibur. The Soulcalibur team from Bandai Namco Entertainment have launched a new Soulcalibur Online Challenge season. This year, the Soulcalibur Online Challenge has expanded to 5 regional battlegrounds across the world. If you are from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. This season of Soulcalibur Online Challenge will exclusively feature community events with the Dojo system. Starting from July 20th, Dojo community events can be created for each region and with custom prizes to be won for top players at the end of the season. For this season of Soulcalibur Online Challenge, all upcoming Dojo events must be registered through the new Soulcalibur Tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at scworldtour.com. Go to scworldtour.com later today to begin signing up and competing in the Soulcalibur Online Challenge 2021 season.
And welcome back, everybody, to some Soulcalibur 6 action from Europe. I'm James Chan, and I'm joined by the inimitable Katana Prime.
Hi, they caught me on my phone. I was trying to ban people in the chat who said rollback is overrated, but I'm not. I don't have those powers in the PlayStation chat. So if Sony is watching and you want to make me a mod, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, I was the one who was pushing for that. You can't say rollback is the anti-rollbacksers is what I call them. So,
So bad.
But we're back here with some Soulcalibur 6.
Yes.
We've already seen 4 players advance on the winner's side, and it's been some great action. That Skyzo versus Rufus match, for example, was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Ganondorf showing some domination, and Fan Li and Kiev both with 3-0 matches. So
well,
this
don't
is gonna
look
be...
too far. Take your eyes down to the lower bracket, and you can fire up another 3-0 as Rufus has already ended Saywan's run. And it's going to end in 7th place, $50 prize, but just shy of an EVO side tournament champion here. We talked about the losers run, and you know, people get momentum down there. You just start cooking up everybody in lower bracket, and then it's like, all right, bro, by the time you get to lower bracket finals, you're riding like a 12-game win streak, and then you just beat everybody. So there's no telling how far that's going to go. Again, a story separate of, you know, it's just down there. It can't overtake the highlight of the players who are staying in this upper bracket and are cooking. So, with that being said, you don't quite have the dream match. It's now a France local for a lot of money. So,
Kiev
you got
versus yeah. And I think we have a poll here for you guys to vote on who you guys think is going to win. And again, you know, this is one of those situations where Kiev is going to be the favorite. He's definitely, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a higher vote here. But again, Skyzo took out Rufus, who we were talking about is basically like the new hot thing in the Soulcalibur community out there in the EU. So Skyzo definitely with the skills to be able to get another upset. I mean, I don't want to call the last one an upset, but perhaps being Kiev would be more of an upset.
Absolutely.
Sure.
In chat, you can see 64% in favor of Kiev. That's exactly what I thought it would be. Not too crazy, but strong enough to where like it's solid, right? Anything in like the 60s range is like, okay, we feel confident in this. And with so many people out there voting on it, y'all know exactly what's up. I don't know. They've probably played this match millions of times over the years throughout the iterations of not only Soulcalibur 6 alone, but like previous titles in the franchise, and it just, they sharpen each other's blades. That's what it is. And Nightmare is, we know what Kiev does. He takes a round or two to gather the data, collect, download you, and then he goes, all right, bro, I'm here. And then he just steamrolls you.
Like, unless Kiev is trolling us, now that we actually have his age, him and Skyzo, exact same age. So you got to imagine these two have probably faced each other a lot throughout their life.
Yeah, of course they did. In the same exact hospital when they were born, right next to each other. All right, let's go. Exactly. Knocking them down 3 times, and Kiev just trying to show us that he has a superior sword here, both in lore and in skill. All right.
The parents, as soon as they were born, the parents looked at each other and like the mom and dads are like, "Yo, our kid's gonna body your kid."
Oh my God! Imagine.
True conversation that happened in the hospital between their parents. For sure.
I was there. All right, even though I was born a year later. Let's go. There's the launch. Terror Charge activated, and just that, upward slash into the stab, like getting that just dig the sword in him for 2 hits. That's quite a lot of damage, and the just pick up. Come here, you didn't want to fall the first time? Guess what? The combo hasn't ended yet. It's one of those check sequences, right? Do this move. Did it ring out? No. Do this follow-up. Did it ring out? No. Pop the little bubble. Okay, sick. Like, you can't avoid all these sequences.
Is that it again? Yeah.
No, of course it is. Of course it is. This is Keeve. You take a round to feel it out and download it, and then Keeve sits back. I don't know what his like playing conditions are, so whatever he is, you know, he's just laughing, and then like, okay, it's time.
Oh man. Okay, if I was Skyzo, I would pick a different stage. I would go immediately to
it's random select,
different stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that is one of the powers that Nightmare has. He has the ability to ring out from that counter hit from so centered. Imagine when this game first came out, that stage was smaller.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Easier to ring.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. All right, first of all, I need a little bit respect on the best stage in the game. Clearly, obviously, right? Both as like commentator, player, and organizer, anything. Oh, excuse me? You mean we can get through a tournament match in how much time? Oh, that was about 2 minutes? You love to see it. So, keep stuff there.
I've got stuff to do later today.
Yeah, man.
I've got stuff to do. I've got chores. Let's get this done, and then we're good.
Also, you know, the quickest way between any 2 points is a straight line. And when it comes to tournaments, if you could just 3-0 all of your opponents, you'll be sitting pretty fine in the grand finals for a shot at, you know, the prestige of champion and the $350 for first place. As Keeve texts the second hit of that throw. I don't know why. It's best throw in the game. Just take it.
And like, did you actually see that from Keeve right there? You know, we talked about how ring outs and positions are important. He walked himself to the edge because he wanted Skyzo to come at him so he could try to go for a reverse ring out. And Skyzo had none of it, and so Keeve had to chase him down. So again, because there's so many good reverse ring outs, just because your back is against the wall, does it see? You see Keeve just kind of hanging out there trying to test Skyzo again.
Yeah, just being aware of your surroundings at all time and playing the space fights. Like, okay, look, even at this proximity to the ring out position, like, Sophie's not in any relative, like, close enough position to ring me out. So there's no reason to panic. A lot of people can't take that, right? You get into the edge and your opponent runs up and then, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. You know, I messed up, but not Keeve. This is poised and he never cracks. So impressive, man. You know, with seeing different tournaments over the past few days, especially one involving like Mango, man. They talked about remembering
how to alive. What's the mix-up? Yeah, two mids in a row right there. Smart decision.
Yeah,
and you know what, Keeve?
Go ahead.
I think Keeve actually went into the air because he was expecting the low, so he wasn't even just gonna block it. He was just trying to punish it completely. But Skyzo with a nice choice of 2 mids in a row.
As we get the super solid round from Skyzo, one thing I was wanting to touch on is like elite players talking about remembering how to play in tournament, right? It's not something that I can break down for you because I'm just not that player, right? This is experience that you can only really get from them, and I would love to have like a sit down or like Keeve or, you know, something, do an interview where it's like, how do you maintain this ability to not break and remember exactly what you're doing at all times, even as the pressure changes throughout different round-to-round moments and positions in the map. Skyzo's spacing is great, but the sickness stabbing into her twice, just in case she couldn't feel it the first time. You gotta hit it again.
You can't escape. You can't escape just chasing her down with the back Okemi right there and then just still going at it, reading that, and chasing it down, getting the punish. Nice tech on the flapjack. Lethal hit. Ow. Okay, and now we're gonna go into soul charge just to add, you know, insult to injury right there. But nice with the CE, gonna get some good damage here, but it's just gonna not even tie up the round. Still down. But
but gonna give him Oki from the situation, and with one read in the proper direction, Skyzo back in the driver's seat. However, back to the corner, and this is not gonna be enough. Yeah, health to survive. Didn't matter about the ring out at that point. This is Nightmare that we're talking about, and it's just not fair, right? For every additional 1 or 2 sequences you need to open up your opponent with, Nightmare doesn't need that. He hits you twice, you're in like, I'm very scared, I have to change the way I'm playing danger mode. Or if you just get hit in a position, like you're gonna get wrung out like with relative ease. So with Skyzo getting the punish, going to the CE, getting the Oki, the follow-up mix-up, and then the follow-up positioning after that, you have to do everything mentioned there just to lose to Nightmare hitting you once in that sequence.
Yeah. And it, you know, it was a nice sequence too, because he went for the angel step, got the mix-up, went with the mid, got the launch, went for another angel step, and Keeve just called it out. Like, he didn't even try to defend. He just saw the angel step and attacked it right away, got the hit, and was able to take that round. So just nice awareness from him. Oh, God. Here we go. Good start for Kiev.
Sophie can just angel step right into my heart if she wants to. It's okay. We love you over here, Miss Alexandra. Anyway, before I get lost in the salt of the characters again, there's a beautiful max distance kick and a counter hit. I think Skyzo, you know, above all, has some of, if not the single most impressive spacing when it comes to placing his attacks. Everything is hitting like tip range. I mean, just outside of it then, but he puts himself in very incredible positions to not get like punished for the attacks that he's putting forth.
Oh, nice. I think that just caught the sidestep, or was that Kiev doing the sidestep? I just know I saw the characters go off axis a little bit. And Kiev's going to be the one to take that.
Oh, and again, right on cue, just the spacing with these normals, man. Again, like the skies, it's so impressive. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As Kiev takes a bath, I feel like there's just if Skyzo had a little bit more in terms of like the decision making, right? That's the only thing stopping from like an even higher ascent, because this level of neutral is insane, and the majority of people will never reach a level that high. So it's just right there on the cusp, knocking on the door. This time I'm gonna step into the back. Yeah, I don't need you to answer it this time. Come and holla at me. Face to face. Break attacks. Yeah, keep it going. Yes. Put on the gas. Stay on him. Yes.
Yeah, remember those break attacks for Skyzo won in one of the rounds in the last match. You know, he got the guard break and was able to get the kill. Tries to go for the twin angel step and still outside of range. You had mentioned how good Skyzo's spacing is, but that's an indication of how good Kiev's is as well, being able to get some of those moves to just barely whiff.
Yep, and when you take both of them into account, you realize like the difference is pixels.
Ooh,
I mean, just a handful, not even a lot. Just out of range and hop over, call it out twice.
2 hops in a row.
Make it 3.
Get away from the lows. Nicely done for Kiev to close out that round. We talked about how hard it is to close out rounds against stronger players, and Kiev showing exactly that. Get charged up, get the terror charge up, or as I like to call as a Tetris fan, the terror instinct.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute.
No, nobody will get that. Okay. Just needs to take this round. Kiev is at match point for another 3-0.
Oh, wait a minute, not quite. We're gonna call out to the gods right quick. Run that back. Called out, but no follow-up.
in there.
Again?
Another RI.
Okay,
wow.
And this time he decides to follow up and not leave it on the ground, knowing that Skyzo is going to be a bit passive. He's probably trying to bait out like a re-GI or anything like that, but that's not Skyzo. Skyzo is more solid. You don't see crazy risks or anything that's too overzealous in terms of full-blown consistency from Skyzo. So Kiev, knowing that the second time around, shortened his reaction to a possible re-GI and just said, okay, you're blocking, hold this mix up.
And look at this, Kiev, as we mentioned, kind of speed running. I mean, I don't know if he realizes this, but I think SGDQ was last week, I think it was, but he's definitely still trying to speed run his way through this tournament, going 6-0 so far. You know, you mentioned that he had the 100% win record coming into this. We talked about him being the favorite of this tournament, and so far he is living up to all of those platitudes that we've been giving him, because look at this domination that he's been dishing out.
A clean 13 straight wins is just, I mean, it's impressive every time out, but when it becomes the norm, that's when you know that your caliber as a player is just so exceptionally high. You're basically like season 1 as well.
Like
you just are. So
3 hops.
And then the triple jump, like right there. Okay, cool. You're not gonna block. You're gonna hold this. I have a massive life lead. Like everything is just working in my favor right now as the one-player game continues. Kiev granting himself a berth in the upper bracket final. And we look to the other side of France representation. Ganondorf gonna be going up against Fan Lee. Fan Lee, not from France though, representing Barcelona. You know what I'm saying?
Barcelona.
And this is gonna be exciting for me because I don't know which way to go. This is the fan favorite like matchup. Ganondorf, 3, 4, 5 months in a row. Just every time you see him, better. better, ascending. And if your breakout, well, you can't even call it a breakout performance at this time. It's just, he's just great. You want the stamp, right? This is like what we saw with Mind Wolf in NA, or what we saw with earlier Rufus once he got through the Kiev barrier last year. It's, they get there, they secure that title, and then they just become top 3 mainstays until the next champion comes up. Like, I love that. And what better place to capture everything than here for Ganondorf at the EVO Online side tournaments.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, right? You can see right now, 50. So basically, it's tied. 52% for family. But you mentioned that, and it's interesting because it's usually one of the reasons why we call it a breakthrough performance, even though these people have been playing for so long and have been dominating for a while, is usually when you have that, quote, breakout performance, suddenly things change. Like, you win that tournament, and now you know you can win any tournament. And then you just start beating other people. It's like, you'll see that happen with so many players. They're like on the cusp. They have that one win, and then all of a sudden now they are a top player. And like I said, that is just something we've seen so often in the FGC.
Yeah, shout out to these super online tryhards, but they just have like the default fighting for fun title out here. Like, I can't deal with them, man. You know, you sign online and some random person's finally got this many points to be able to fight you, and you're like, oh man, okay, you know, I made it to the point where I'm fighting like these super, you know, people who have put in the work and, you know, top guys. And, yeah, just fighting for fun, but truly mean it though. You know, it's not a troll. It's the personality. I haven't met Fan Lee personally, but Ganondorf, I know he really means that. And there's nothing fun about fighting Aswell. You just have to deal with the walking 50.
Oh my god,
that is mix-ups galore. The character.
Yeah, and speaking of, though, I mean, Fan Lee with the character knowledge, you even saw the sidestep and the crouch on the chain just earlier. Those step guards, like I said, so powerful.
Oh my god.
Because you can react after you step guard. If you see them whiff, you can punish.
Did you see a muscle buster got blocked? Are you kidding me right now? In like an in-round situation?
Wait,
it wouldn't have killed for
I don't
Ganondorf.
believe you.
Yeah, it would have killed for Ganondorf, but it would have led him into something. Like, he had one hit, right? It works the same in the reverse. But
it's
yeah,
impossible. Muscle Buster's unblockable. See? I mean, see? It's just you do it.
Of course,
and it works.
absolutely. Poetry in motion as we continue up. Try this. I don't want to. No free samples. Leave me alone. I have my own cologne at home, all right? As we fire up more damage and just looking for a singular hit. You know what he's going to end it with. I mean, why are we even waiting? You tried to jump in there, Ganondorf. This is not the way. We know the way. The way is Muscle Buster. But
cologne, is that the smell of this game? Is that
it
what
might
we have
be.
over
That
here?
second round was smooth, but you know, when Max, he's like, try this. He just walks up to you and just forces you to take a free sample. Aswell's gonna sidestep that with the quickness. And wow, he's just continuing on. It's almost like there was no break in rounds. It feels like practice mode where like the health bar just reset and Fan Lee.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because, you know, we talked about ring outs so much. You know, we haven't mentioned this stage has no ring outs. And so a lot of people out there are probably going to think, well, isn't this stage more fair? Have you seen the damage some of these characters can do with wall combos? It is not cool. You get hit by Talon and you're the victim of like a 28 hit combo at the wall. It's not fun. Trust me. The wall can be just as bad as a ledge.
Yeah, being unable to close out around them for Fan Lee after being able to stop and shift that momentum back in favor definitely has to work a little bit. But again, let's see just how strong he decides to stay in the movement. The sidestep and the duck just avoids the entirety of that string without having to press any button but guard. And right on cue, James, speak it into existence. You have the wall combo, big damage, and the poetry, man. It's just so smooth. Working on a perfect 7 golden letters. Not quite. On the Muscle Buster. He's gonna eat his pee.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that was the I've never seen it blocked, so I don't know what it looks like when it's blocked. So I don't believe that was actually the Muscle Buster being blocked.
Just the launch max range, easy follow-up, solid damage. Anything out of Axe is just very, very wonderful. And using Muscle Buster in neutral situations and not the more popular one, the more expected one, like walls, combo setups, or in rounds, seemingly are the ones that affect Fan Lee, and he's not ready for them. So if you want to make Muscle Buster a strong, integral part of your offense, throw them out when they're not necessarily.
Oh,
the Heaven's Guard, baby! God is watching me God is watching me from every direction. You understand? I am Maxi. It is my destiny.
He got up and with a sidestep, catches him. Wow! And Ganondorf clutches out. Look at that. He literally has 1 pixel of health left, and he lives and is able to clutch that out and take that game 3-2. So close. And you know, this is kind of what we were expecting. You saw even from the chat, right? 50% voting for one or the other. So there you go.
I totally saw it. I wasn't laughing like a maniac or anything. No, not at all. I just, yeah, sure. Way to go. The crazy thing is that you blocked all of that. Maxi's mixing, bang, 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 bang. And instead of looking for a space to challenge, Ganondorf's like, yo, I'm gonna block this. Catches the mid kick to the head. No, I'm not having this today. Gets a swift little 1-2 and is able to close that out. And again, that was 3 rounds of 2. That was a very tight situation. And there is a huge difference between being up 2-0 and, being up 1-0 and being down
0-1.
It's just, the momentum is just crazy, especially with how volatile random stages can be. I mean, we know how fast that you can lose this game and not necessarily feel like you were outplayed. Just call it what it is.
Yeah, and we have a situation here right now where we went from the edgeless stage with only walls to now the wall-less stage with only ledges. But again, not seeing the ring outs here. Just like I said, despite having no walls here, you're not going to see the ring outs as often as you think you would.
Okay, breakdance. I know Taki created breakdancing, but Aswell did too. Right? It's all good. Also, speaking of that, I'd like to see what the random stage, algorithm is like. Some of these things happen a little too fluidly, and there might be some doubt in that. However, no doubt on the spacing. That spear tapping the toes, and it is enough to get the job done. Beautiful space, beautiful avoidance, and quick enough to get the punish.
There's actually a dude sitting in the Bandai Namco office who every time he sees someone pick random stage, he just goes and picks the stage and just laughs and giggles. That's how it works.
How is that not the best job ever? Anyway, break attack to put some more Gargane damage and get some plus frames, actually trying to open up Ganondorf in at least traditional way, but whiffed. Very unlucky situation. I don't think that the sidestep was that good. It was just a little off axis on the attack, and eating a full-blown, charged up, lethal hit into that max damage. I mean, come on. What are you asking for? Ganondorf looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this set, and without the use of ring outs.
Like I said, Fan Lee, second seed, had a 3-0. That's going to be blocked, but it's safe. And tries to go. Nice roll on the ground to be able to get up and get the muscle buster.
I wonder how bad that feels when you're just like whiffing and you're like somebody sidesteps you, so your attack is going the entire wrong way. You just get opened up. I reckon it feels pretty bad. That's why Fan Lee just took it out as well. But what he has done is unlock the final form. This is naked as well. All right, he cannot be stopped. And right on cue, I'm sorry to speak this into existence, but I just call it like I see it. Power of reason, right? There's nothing reasonable about my outfit. No, I'm just out here, and if you take a singular touch, you're gonna die either from a perfect or a ring out. Pick your poison, but this is Ganondorf's game. I'm sorry.
I just love the fact that when he's in the outfit, it's just like the outfit is so thick, and then when it's gone, he's just this scrawny dude.
Hey, listen, man, all of us can't have these muscular legs, all right, with a lot of mass, all right? We just kind of, some of us, it's kind of chickens. All right.
And look at this again. Second game coming down to the last round, coming down to the wire, activating Soul Charge to get some space. But again, you're blocking that Beyblade. Oh, but that was the tip. That was the nerf to the Muscle Buster.
See? I don't like this game.
Edge.
I blame you, bro. You started talking about our legs and stuff, and then, as well just couldn't focus and compete properly, bro. This is the most weird form of commentator's curse I've ever experienced. Like, leave my man's legs alone, right? It's the strongest form. We have to believe up here first before anything else. You broke the confidence, and you broke Ganondorf, and Fan Lee was like, oh, the door's open? Bet, try this. And wow, I give up. You got it. You got it from here on out, bro.
2 games, they're 1-1, Both of those games went down to the last round with very little life left. You cannot ask for a more even match than these two players are giving us right now. Probably even going to go to a different stage now. What are they getting here? You know what? We can't get a hybrid stage. This one, again, no edges, all walls.
All right, well, once again, the guy in the booth who's picking the random stages is also listening to the broadcast, so surely this is purely intentional. More mixed, though, and Maxi coming through with the pink so smooth. I never really looked at this. Got some too heavy, but sidestep. How about a sword to the back, all right? That's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh, he saw it. And you know what? Let's just get to the RI in the middle of our stance changes, because I know how much everybody else thinks that that's fair, that Maxi could do that.
Fair. Oh, this is the EVO side tournament, baby. There is no room for fair here. No one cares about the opinions of people who are not playing. Fan Lee is here to get the W, all right? And if Maxi has the tools, you better abuse them, all right? Just like that. Do you think it's fair to stand in the face of Aswell and eat this relentless mix time and time again? No. So, if we're going to let that rock, we're going to let the Heavens Guard rock. All right, Aswell needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. And if it takes heaven to guard us from the, like, humanity getting torched, then Fan Lee is the man to carry the top, because he is looking like a #2 seed right now.
Yeah, this is not, first year Street Fighter 2 where we had throwbacksies, right? Like you throw somebody and you're like, oops, sorry, you get to throw me back. No,
imagine.
This is tournament. This is EVO. You win with whatever you can.
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
Wow, he got the dodge and he didn't do anything.
No, because he was looking for the GI, which came, and even though he didn't attempt that, and he didn't attempt to punish after the GI, dare I say Ganondorf is a bit broken here? Fan Lee has just unlocked a level of conditioning that we haven't seen in a minute. Ganondorf being knocked back to regular, but as I speak, wait a minute. Always looking to prove somebody wrong and never give up. It's not enough. That is a 3-0 in rounds right there for Fan Lee Jr. And he said, wait a minute, KP, I know, but 52% of the fans got my back. All right, hold these stars. And
Ganondorf,
if you just came into this match, or you just came into this broadcast, you would think Fan Lee was just smoking Ganondorf after that. And I'd be pressed to tell you otherwise. That was, wow, that might have been the most dominant game of the night.
Yeah, Ganondorf looking like Link stabbed a sword into his forehead. Spoilers. But, let's see if he can make the adjustment here. Look, like I said, it's been super close. But Fan Lee just turning it up all of a sudden and just taking that round, taking that game dominantly. I'm curious to see if Ganondorf maybe can try to do a reverse 3-0 in rounds or something to try to build a little bit of that momentum back for him.
Yeah, that would have to be an approach, right? Because you would think that everybody's just trying to win the round, right? Win the game. It doesn't really matter if it's 3-0, but if you can put that type of mental stack damage on your opponent, it would surely help going into what would be a decisive Game 5. However, oh my God, called out, ducked under. Nope, I still break dance right back at you. Keeping it solid, no break attack, no call out, no re-GI, nothing. Just solidarity and the same.
Yeah, and just now gets out of, tries to build some space with that soul charge. Nice sidestep. Gets the punish and now the launch. Yeah, Ganondorf looking solid here right now, but he doesn't have that much life. He can still get taken out, but
yes, sir. It's time to wake up, baby. It is time to wake up. For a way to weather the storm of Maxi's offense while in soul charge, like Ganondorf stood tall and just was not afraid. And then he was like, you know what? I haven't been going for this, and it really hasn't been working. But like, I'm Aswell, baby. It's a low health situation. It's time for the muscle buster. We gotta remind you that this is the closing verse.
All right, here we go. Soul charge. Get off of me. And as usual, oh wow, nice dodge right there. And he's gonna get the big punish, and he's almost guard broken. This is a bad situation. That's why you see him staying on the ground.
Oh,
he didn't want to block things. And remember, I mentioned this last time. That guard break stays. You gain a little bit of that guard damage back, but you're still on the verge of being guard broken. So trying to keep yourself from getting guard broken and then dying means you're just at a bad situation the next round. But you know how you solve everything? Muscle buster. That's
we had that turnaround launch there that would have been a full combo and have Ganondorf the chance to get rid of some of this guard gauge. But it was a very fortunate trade in that sequence to where as well couldn't continue the full combo, but to the RE, I mean, he has not been allowed to breathe this entire time.
Oh, and that's why
the guard gauge is red forever. And my God, to stand in the face of this whole time,
he's gonna go out again with that red guard bar, which definitely came into play that round, and it's gonna come into play this round as well. This cannot be playing out better for Fan Lee right now. Because, see, a lot of these attacks, he's just swinging out there to build. Oh, he read it! He got the RI!
And right back at you.
Dude, they are RIing each other all over the place.
Yo, and Ganondorf is like 4 levels ahead right now with the range. It's going every direction, hoping that something works. Gets the wall. Instead of going for the smaller combo, resets for positioning. And again, nice comeback and way to slow the bleeding. Ganondorf taking this, staying alive in the upper bracket, does not want to lay it down just yet. And this is why so many people love him. This is the added sauce to the recipe that allows his ascension to continue rising as everything heats up.
Right. I mean, only the last game that we saw where Fan Lee went 3-0 hasn't come to the last round, but the other 3, yeah, for sure. There's a beautiful punish on that Muscle Buster, gets into Soul Charge at the same time, and look at this attack, this relentless pressure. If Fan Lee takes this, he moves on. Ganondorf needs to win this to tie it up. The low hit, another low, goes for the mid. Nice GI. Oh, but the re-GI.
Oh, wait a minute, not laying down just yet. He needs one hit and gonna get the whiff right there on the roll. Bad Oki option from Ganondorf, looking for a bigger read to just take off. But Fan Lee, solidarity and spacing, the name of his game, and refuses to come back. He just hit him with the, nah, you know, like when you get blocked from chat for you just being stupid, and then Twitch is just like, you just get that, nah, you have been banned. That's what's gonna happen to Ganondorf's upper bracket life, which now puts him in the line of fire of Rufus and all of the sharks down in the lower bracket tank. It is going to be insane. I don't know who's gonna come out of there now, but as we take a look at the replay, we're gonna celebrate the winner here. Fan Lee going by the book, earning himself a date with the champion. Ridiculous. The upper bracket final, Keeve versus Fan Lee Jr. And take a look at how he got there.
Yeah, and again, I mean, first seed and second seed, so, you know, shows that the seeding is definitely accurate here. Ganondorf, you know, putting up a good fight, got that first game, but then from there it was all Fan Lee. He took the next game in a very close one, but then you see here in this third set, just utter domination from Fan Lee. We saw this comeback attempt starting from Ganondorf, but it just couldn't complete it. He got a little bit of that rhythm back, but I really feel like that guard break right there might, see, all those hits right there were because he didn't want to get up and block. And the next round, you see Fan Lee is able to swing with a lot of these break attacks, and it just causes that much more fear on Ganondorf's side. So I felt like a lot of this game came down to that guard break situation. Because it never actually got broken, Ganondorf had to play a little more scared and a little more cautiously, and I think it cost him.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine having to think for 2 entirely different defensive situations? Like, hey, I can't get hit because, you know, the name of the game is lose your health bar and die. Also, I can't block because this game punishes me for just blocking too much. Hello? What do I actually do? Oh, maybe I'll switch to offense. Oh, he won't let me because he's attacking me and I haven't been able to get out of this pressure. I've been running along the walls the entirety of this second round, and this guard gauge has been carrying over between my, it was just far too much for any one player to carry. And again, no matter who you are, you will get opened up. It's only a matter of how long it takes.
And, you know, I see people in the chat, you know, that's the thing. You watch Soulcalibur, you can see how much fun this game is and just how exciting it is to watch. Definitely, you know, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, wonderful community as well. Awesome people, lots of people out there to try to help you learn. And one of the more intuitive games to play. As soon as you learn kind of the basics, the functionality, people try to teach you about a concept called small caliber that kind of helps you learn to focus on exactly how to play the game. It's just, it's a great game, not too late to get into. So definitely, if you have the chance, please, you know, check it out and join us.
Yeah, well, before we bombard them with too much small things, here's a very small task, even smaller than small caliber. Compete.playstation.com. Do it from the comfort of your own home. Easy. Do it on your phone. Do it on your console. It's great. Get in there. Everything's automated. The system's really good, easy to talk to, moderations, and then we'll see you here. All right? Take some time. Do that. We'll be right back with more of the EU side of the Soulcalibur 6 EVO Online official side tournament, baby. I'm saying EVO a lot. We're going to go to break and I'm going to stop saying it. Bye. Thank you to everyone for your continued support for Soulcalibur. The Soulcalibur team from Bandai Namco Entertainment have launched a new Soulcalibur Online Challenge season. This year, the Soulcalibur Online Challenge has expanded to 5 regional battlegrounds across the world. If you are from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. This season of Soulcalibur Online Challenge will exclusively feature community events with the Dojo system. Starting from July 20th, Dojo community events can be created for each region and with custom prizes to be won for top players at the end of the season. For this season of Soulcalibur Online Challenge, all upcoming Dojo events must be registered through the new Soulcalibur Tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at scworldtour.com. Go to scworldtour.com later today to begin signing up and competing in the Soulcalibur Online Challenge 2021 season. Welcome back to the EVO Online official side tournaments here. This is the EU side of Soulcalibur 6. I'm KP. I got James Chen with me, and did you sign up? Compete.playstation.com. Yeah, you were right there. I see you. You can't see me, but anyway, more action to come.
Dude. $350 to win. Let's sign up, dude.
Cost you nothing, man. Just a little bit of time, which you're gonna play the game anyway. Why not compete? It's crazy. I cheated. And I took a peek at the bracket before we came back, and Skyzo's out.
Oh no, APOC Revolution coming in here. You had mentioned a player that, you know, we didn't know as much about, not as familiar with, from the Netherlands. Coming in here, doing some damage here, some damage. Getting through Mydros and B-Boy Skyzo, who upset Rufus, and Skyzo is out of the tournament. I mean, he could be tied with Rufus if Ganondorf can beat Rufus, but I mean, look if at that, not...
Look at what you're saying. This is Ganondorf versus Rufus, and this is the 5th place game. So, either Rufus is going to get his lowest placing ever, because he hasn't placed under 4th, or the Ganondorf momentum train is just going to derail. I don't know if it's going to be complete, but it's going to be for a little bit. And
it's unfortunate
that's later
that
in the tournament. Later in the tournament. Anyway, before we get too riled up on what we want to see, we're going to see what we need to see, all right? And this is perennial. This is EVO champion offline, right? Trying to add an online one to the title. This is Keeve Rain, the walking nightmare who has not had to drop a single sweat. 3 O's across the board, 13 wins under his belt, 0 losses. Can Fan Lee win a game, let alone the set? What do we think?
Fan Lee, look, he's only dropped 1 game since he started here in this, in this tournament. Okay. So he's doing well for himself right now as well. He lost the first game to Ganondorf and then immediately won 3 in a row. And so, he's second seed for a reason. So if anybody's going to give Keeve this challenge, this fight,
that's how much Keeve has lost. Keeve has lost 0. And then that's just that's the whole tournament. So, again, 80% win rate is just not impressive enough. And I know how crazy that sounds. I really do. But when you're dealing with the air up there, it's different, all right? You don't get to breathe as much, all right? You got to come back down to regular people oxygen.
Are we like Asian parents here? Like,
Hello, Kitty. Hi.
Mom?
Hi. Look, I'm sorry. Listen, Kitty. You missed registration, all right? All these things are announced in time, right? Everything's free, open to everybody. It was blasted all over the EVO channels, the PlayStation channels. But if you go to compete.playstation.com, you too can have a chance at winning this money. And just think how much of Kitty everything you could buy with 300. Just you. Anyway, it's just. It's wonderful. Even the cats want to play Calibur, and if the cats are playing Calibur, then something is going right. Yeah.
Soulcalibur, right? So there you go. Yeah,
right,
dude.
So
cat literally, the cat literally got a sauce packet stuck on her tail, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening here?" Oh, poor
She's letting you know she got it, all right? Maybe we'll see her in the future. Right now, we're just going to open up with the lethal hit. That's all that's going on. A knee check right there, and Fan Lee is not afraid. But that's the thing, right? You ain't got to be afraid to get your ass whooped. It just doesn't matter, right? If you stand up, and Nightmare is doing everything that he can. However, wait a minute. This is some... wow, the run up in his face to bait out the GI and get the punish after...
See, this is what you have to do, right? I mean, Keeve is the best coming in here. He's the favorite. So you can't play scared. You can't psych yourself out. If you're going up against a Keeve, a Punk, a Sonic Fox, or what have you, you have to believe you can beat them if you want to be the best. You can't be scared. And look at this, Fan Lee with the wall combo.
This is insane. I mean, when it comes to championship bouts at any level, you always want to see number 1 versus number 2. This is just the pinnacle. everything right now in EVO season for EU, and Fan Lee is just somewhere else. Yeah, Keith takes a game or two to around, you know, maybe to download and expose, but nah, he hasn't even been able to play yet, and I don't think I've ever had the opportunity of saying that when it comes to Keith.
Yeah, but remember what happened with the Saywin match. He lost the first 2 rounds as well, then came back 3-0, and then just decimated Saywin afterwards. And so, look at this, reading the high, gets the big punish.
Out of here, you go do your acrobatics somewhere else. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, still alive.
Heaven's Guard.
That's a lot of damage, James.
What a dodge. And there we go, so Keith does get on board.
That was so anticlimactic for the ending right there. It upset me a little bit. That's why I paused. Anyway, we got a counter hit to go into round 4 here. You know, just an off-axis miss, like barely. And then like the super late punish, but it's still a punish. Like, all right, you got it. But no worries. Continue forward. Charge, activated, damage, effective. The nightmare, oh, it's always on, baby. That goes without saying.
But look at this defense from Fan Lee, staving off that entire soul charge. Ooh. He's still charged up, though, with the Terror Instinct.
Sit down, just frame.
Yay, caught him.
You see this blue sparkle?
Gonna go cancel it to bring him closer to the wall. But here we go. The stun combo, kaboom. He's alive. Oh my god. But then he crouched. He crouched right there.
Yeah, he read in between. Maybe he expected just, okay, I'm going to get in between these headbutts somehow, but whatever have you. Keith is just threatening, right? And here we go, 2 rounds apiece. Did he really take 2 rounds of getting fully bopped on purpose just to download the patterns? Because in those first 2 rounds, Keith just really didn't do anything. And now, oh my goodness, so much damage. Watch your toes.
Okay. Fan Lee is gonna come through despite Keith coming back 2 rounds.
1,000? That's cool, because all you need to do is win 3 out of 5 games in a set to move forward. And Fan Lee, you know, striking first blood. Keith hasn't been in this position. He's just always been up. What is a loss?
Coming out of the gate strong here this first round, though. Look at this damage here. And Fan Lee tried to predict the low, go for a hopping attack, but Keith had that scoped out as well. So now Keith perhaps maybe riding the ship, getting himself back into the position that he wants to be in. There we go. The armor right there.
Nice double. Legs just to chat you. Yeah, no walking. I'm getting a read on it too now. Oh, looking for the big boy launch right there, but not that easy. Anything that has a bit of a charge, you're gonna need to get that on like a whiff punish instead of just raw, because it's easy reaction for Keith.
Right, again, it's going back to the neutral, but again, both players coming in at the same time. You see that happen so much, that both attack at the same time. Just happens like that again. Either that or Keith is just waiting and reading Fan Lee's timing, like, wait for it, here it comes. And he's always had the sword swing ready for him.
Especially with Nightmare not being one of the faster characters, you know, anticipation on top of that distance is also going to come into handy. But how about resets? You weren't necessarily looking for the opportunity, but Fan Lee recognizing when something didn't combo in the way he would like, or he got Keith in a direction that allowed for a different approach. Wow, what a way to take advantage of that soul charge. He just got up in front and stayed there. That is how you keep a 4th quarter lead.
Yeah, and Keith, it really looked like he wasn't trying to fight too hard in that situation. Almost seemed to resign to his fate. Yeah, because of the cancel off of the soul, the critical edge. He's one of the only characters that can do that. He can hit the first hit and choose to cancel the big animation at the end so that he can get better ring out combos and such.
That's so broke. Anyway, try that right there.
Fair,
try a seat on the ground. Fan Lee just
everybody thinks Maxi is totally fair.
Yeah, of course. How about this? 2-0 in favor of Fan Lee Jr. right now with Keith back on the ropes. That is, excuse me? Oh, that's what you meant by, Saywin won the first 2 and then Keith did 3 straight. You weren't talking about rounds. You were talking about games. I got you, James Tendapati. Yeah, I see that. That's Keith wanted to switch it up for dramatic effort this time around. Yeah, you know, he understands we have a massive crowd watching. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat and everybody taking the time out of the day to enjoy fire, high-level Soulcalibur action around the world. And Keith, yeah, he's here for you, right? Let's go with that.
I mean, we've been talking up France, you know, of how strong they are, but here we have Fan Lee trying to throw a wrench in here from Barcelona, Spain, of course, and just trying to show that, you know what, you can't count out all the other areas of EU. We've got players all over the place.
If Fan Lee wins this, the lower bracket will just contain Ganondorf, Rufus, and Keeve, and only one of them could escape. With APOC Revolution down there cooking up a storm just quietly. This is so unpredictable, man. I don't know how this is gonna go, but Fan Lee, man, if you can close this out, a 3-0 against the perennial champion, I would have the utmost confidence, more than I've probably ever had. But the damage, oh my goodness, his legs.
You thought you could get away, and again, you saw the edge right there come into play. Keeve knew Fan Lee was gonna try to roll away from the edge, and so he had the punish all ready for it.
Sight, you thought. In round 2, trying to pick up exactly where he left off, but instead, no, soul attack. I'm flipping it, baby, my turn. All these horizontals, and then sidesteps to catch Keeve, who's trying to escape when he thinks the vertical is coming, but Fan Lee just meeting him to the punch. Oh my god, that was so much chip damage.
Oh, but speaking of damage, who cares about chip damage when I can get real damage here?
True.
Dramatic effect.
Okay. Yo, that was so vicious that the servers was like, hold on, we need to process just how much this is gonna hurt his psyche,
did you know?
His character, and the viewers.
In Tekken slow-mo into Soulcalibur.
I got you. Yeah, it's a beta version. They're testing it out. Got you. Well, Fan Lee clearly broke it, just whiffing from like way out. Goes straight to an RE as a bit of a security blanket, and it works out in his favor. Wow, gets spiked down as Mr. Nightmare Wilkins here coming with the power on every slam. This is not over. I know, Fan Lee only needs one hit, but I mean, this is Nightmare we're talking about.
Same situation again. Keeve with the same read. We saw that one more hit, and Fan Lee waking up with a hopping attack, expecting the quick low kill, and Keeve just swiping away at the air and catching him out of the air. Same situation happened twice now, and this time for Keeve, giving him the game.
That was so lucky. That was so lucky. He literally jumped into the. It's a huge case. You touched on this earlier. The set of I pressed it first. Right, we keep just beating him to every punch. Again, Nightmare's not the fastest character in the game in terms of his, frames and everything. So he kind of has to do that. And of course, they balance it out with the range he has and all of that. You couldn't make him like too fast, right, with all the damage and range. But like, imagine you're in a one-touch situation where almost every move you have in your 800 move list would kill if it connects, and somebody just barely hits you.
Look, this game doesn't have that many. Let's not intimidate people. It's like 700, right?
Yeah, so, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's okay. I get to do that. I'm in the commentary desk, all right? No, he doesn't have 700 moves, but, sometimes when you have to look out for every move, it certainly feels like it. How about looking out for this? No!
Keeve with the roll on the wake up and then just says, you know what? Swing, bada, out of there.
Not like this. Oh, that was so vicious because you saw the entire angle of Maxie falling off the stage, right? There was no camera cut. You just saw him kind of bounce and just fall into oblivion. Sucks, bro. GG, unlucky. So we're going to keep it going. Oh, big throw there. Probably anticipation. And what is happening? What is happening? What? Okay, this is madness. I'm gonna give up trying to find any logic in this game right here. Let's just run to the edge and get it over with.
This is mad. This is Sparta, dude. People are kicking each other down pits all over the place.
It seems Keeve wasn't, too fond of that. He's gonna come with the perfect and take all the fun away, bro. Come on, bro. Let the kids play. Let them play, Keeve. It's like you want to get all serious with your 7 golden letters and stuff. All right. Damn, I know you like
this for dramatic effect.
Yeah, he finally lost a couple games and now he wants to take it out on everybody.
Oh man. Oh, what? No! Oh, I thought that might have been a ring out opportunity. Not quite. Oh, I love that. Baited out the AGA, then got the lethal hit, and a reset afterwards. And Fan Lee's sitting on a lot of resources right now. Yep, here, spend one of them. activate Soul Charge. We've seen how scary he can be in this mode. Break attack. But what a hop by Keeve again to go over the low. He can take this if he can just get one more hit. Another Soul Charge. Oh,
no way.
God, that was so much damage. He's not dead yet. He's still alive. That kick didn't kill him. Brought him. Look at that. I thought last time it was literally a pixel. I was wrong because that was even less.
Yeah, this is Destiny, James. I think a king falls today. If Fan Lee can close this out, you do not want to take Keeve to a definitive Game 5. Beautiful duck under there as Fan Lee looks to just hit these free throws, you know what I'm saying, in the high pressure situation and be able to close it out. Stops the Keeve approach, ducks under, but the active frames on that kick, it looks like he kind of stood up a hair too early, but instead wants to play the spacing. Beautiful. Avoids the burst, checks the legs, sidestep, but Keeve beats him there. It's just so much and so little sequences. This is Soulcalibur at its finest right now. Nobody going for anything huge. No combos, ducks under, looking for lethal hit, launches, not going to find it, but the critical edge coming out, and let's take a ride. Summon.
And this demon is gonna take it for Keeve with the horse, of course. And there you go, Keeve with the critical edge to take it. Wow.
Look, Keeve you wanna go down 2 games and do all this stuff and get perfects and ride on in and force Game 5s on his demon unicorns, and he thinks he's just the coolest thing ever, and I love it. I'm here for everything, all right? Decisive Game 5, right? The favorite, the man to beat, is just like refusing to lay down after getting washed for 2 games. It's a 3 out of 5 set, baby. Doesn't matter what happened in 1 and 2 if you win the rest, you know? And it's also very, very tough for Fan Lee right now because choking a 2-0 lead and losing 3-2 bodies your mental. Like, oh my God. And he's going to need to get over it relatively fast as we'll be speeding through the bracket depending on what happens here.
All right, nice block on the flapjack attempt, right? And Fan Lee trying to keep this pressure going now. You see this offensive pressure, nice block, but the R, again, that's one of the changes. If you haven't played Soulcalibur since Season 1, yeah, you can actually, the REs don't become unblockable anymore. They're plus on block if you do block them, and they do a lot of block damage, but it doesn't automatically trigger. Ooh, kicks out of the air, nice.
Little anti-air. Those aren't too common in Soulcalibur, but you love to see them every now and then. Ooh, wake up, jump. He just knew. Able to react as Maxi is getting off the ground, calls out the GI, goes for the unblockable. Not sure what Keeve was looking for there, but the low is going to beat that anyway. It covered multiple options and kept it safe. Fan Lee Jr., again, perfect points to not fall behind
now.
Yeah, with Keeve, you know, taking all momentum in the previous 2 games.
Uh-oh, that's a problem. You get caught with your pants down, like sitting there in the middle of the RE, and you see them sidestep. All you can do is just kind of wonder how much life you're gonna lose. And look at this, almost a guard break. So he tries to finish it with a throw. He wants to preserve the guard break for the next round.
Yeah, Fan Lee's just trying desperately to get out of there. Spins a bar, gets the hit, actually. I don't know if Keeve was ready for him to strike in such a quick manner, but this is so smart.
It's guard again.
Wait a minute.
Combos. He can make this comeback. He needs one good hit.
There is no way. There is no way. What went from a let me block successfully and get out of this terrible guard break mode went from a Hail Mary soul attack that hit into wait a minute. I can take this. And Fan Lee 1 round away from a berth into the grand finals on the upper bracket side. Oh my goodness. Nobody's gonna predict this today.
Dude, this is insanity. But Keeve here, looking like he's trying to right the ship right now. There we go. Gets the explosion this time. Okay.
Wait a minute, we've seen this before in this very set by Keeve. Mr. Dramatic Finish out here. I can't deal with this right now. My heart, James. It's
all part of the plan, right? So it's like it's not, you know, Siegfried's not my hand, it's my heart. My heart.
Yes, my heart. And Fan Lee's health bar right now. He's going to need to scream for some assistance too because he's not going to be able to take this. This is going to go to final game, final round. Keeve going down 2-0 in rounds in games that are decisive to his upper bracket life, forcing it to one final shot on this hit.
Is it? Is it though? Because look at this. He's activating. Here comes Fan Lee. He ain't done yet. He needs one good hit right now. He did it again. The comeback.
Yes!
This time it was the hit. This time it was blocked. It didn't matter. It gave him the momentum. And Fan Lee is in Fan Lee from Spain is in Grand Finals. Vamos! Fan Lee, let's go.
I gotta button up like 2 buttons, and I gotta make the ugly face. You understand? Because I never felt more happy to be wrong about something. You know, Keith, you can only do the same finish in a series so many times before people say, "Oh, we know how this ends," and then it doesn't. and this is just an extremely impressive performance from Fan Lee. It's just all around. I kind of want to just let the replays float and do their own thing. You got it, bro. You're absolute god right now, and you need one more to close it out with the luxury of having 3 games to give.
Yeah, exactly. And I love what someone has said in the chat. Nothing beats Fan Lee. Yeah, that's it right there. And Fan Lee is in Grand Finals. You saw that was the trade of the ring outs over there. And Kiev, though, went down 0-2 games, brought it back to 2-2, went down 0-2 rounds in the last set, and we thought he was going to bring it back to the last, but look at this, look at that chip there.
Yeah, that chip is insane.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's so good. And he actually gets that full charge into the punch right there. Like, he has been reacting to those.
And then pretty much comeback here, he goes for the low. Oh, right there. He went low, I think, like 3 times in a row. And I don't think Kiev believed he was going to do that. I think he believed that the mid was coming at some point in time. But it did not. Fan Lee, you sitting there in Grand Finals all by his lonesome.
Look at that lower bracket. Ganondorf 3-1 over Rufus. There is certainly a changing of the guard where Ganondorf could be realistically the #2 guy in these tournaments. But Fan Lee, oh yeah, you thought it was your time? No. Fan Lee, baby. You put that in the air, they're running with it, and so is he, and you love to see it. APOC Revolution, though. This is a run back.
APOC Revolution, yeah.
This is a run back.
Is it a run back? Oh,
yes.
Right. Yeah.
Ganondorf took it 3-1, and it was just kind of, you know, as well. Like, Raph is cool, beautiful, you know, nice stance, it's cute, whatever. But you can't prep for humanity's downfall, right? Or saving if left up to Aswell. And this is one of those really hard situations, but it gives you the best opportunity for feeling in tournaments is when somebody beats you and then you eliminate them, and they gotta hold that because they can't get a run back. They gotta hold that. So right now, if you're APOC and you're coming off this huge streak in the lower bracket, you go to Ganondorf now and you're like, what's up? But in the same token, Ganondorf just came off the Rufus victory. And
I always talk of the mentality of the run back. It's one of the scariest things to do because when you win the first game, after you win, you're usually like, sick, I won. Who's my next opponent? When you lose, you're always like, dang it, I could have did this. I could have did this. And you like examine the match in your head. So when you come back to the match again, the person who won last time is like, crap. I have to do what I did before. What did I do before? How did I win before? And the other guy was like, all right, this time I'm going to make sure I don't do this and this and this. And, you know, it can sometimes be hard to win that run back as a result.
Right? Thinking of that, I'm thinking back on, like, previous, like, tournament experiences of my own. It's like, okay, well, I smoked this fool already. Just do the same thing. That's free. But at the same time, it's like, wait, what if they adapt? Right? And then you get in your own head, and that's not something you should do. You should just go, all right, I smoked this fool, you do that. And if that doesn't work, then you adapt to the adaptation, right? And that's how you stay in control. But again, it's easy to just say these things on paper and put that energy out into the atmosphere. Being able to actually apply that is something totally different entirely. And again, that's what, you know, I said this earlier. I would love to hear, like, discourse from, like, elite level players in different games of how do you remind yourself how to play a tournament? And it's just insane. There's so many factors that go into it. The mental is definitely the separation as Ganondorf picks up where he left off, at least for the first half of the round. Gonna tap the legs right quick. You know, I think these boots are a little too flashy for Aswell's size, so he's just hating. That's all that is.
All right, here we go. Gets the stun combo. And once Raph gets the stun combo, he can usually go for quite some time. Oh, but that's gonna be a dunk. That's how Ganondorf ended. And that's how he's gonna start. He ended APOC Revolution, I think, by dunking him out of the ring. And here he is starting with the dunk. Oof. Nice launch in the shield stance right there, or in the shield mode, I should say. Not actually stances.
Double steps. He's just so smooth. And everything is just working. Oh my god, beautiful step. Yo, that whip was so hard. It looked like Raph in one side step went around his whole body and going under. Yes, baby. Positions.
The evasion off of the preparation stance right there. You can just lean back. A little bit of that Steve from Tekken vibe right there, just dodging with your body like that. All right. Now trying to push him, you can see him try to push him to the edge a little bit. Wow, that sidestep, like when you're closer to them, you sidestep around them so much faster. Sometimes you just like 180 around them so fast.
Right, look at that. Come on, man. That twirl throw, that should do like 100 damage. Honestly, that's how I feel. But, you know, that's why I don't work on the balance team. Get stab. And again, evasion stance. No, you can't evade the burst coming from the soul charge. You're too close. Let me get my space. Oh, my goodness. And that had more range than anticipated. However, Revolution knew exactly where it would hit. And, you know, a little bit of...
Did you just suggest buffs for Raph?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, Aswell has no clothes on, so he just got better. Nerf him. Anyway, nice slice GI call out. And again, sidestepping with them to walk him along that edge. Doesn't want to give Ganondorf a free escape, but instead blocks and eats a grab. No tech. Which is always rather surprising to me.
Gonna get the launch. Yeah, there we go. 2-2 now. Because tied here in game number 1.
Yeah, players are really good at knowing like the positioning and which throw is like more beneficial to the situation they're in. So you see a lot of tech throws at high level in this game. And yeah, to get somebody to just piece up in the middle of the stage and finally the Muscle Buster, baby, reliable, coming out at just the right time, tries to teleport out when Stan's gonna breakdance boogie his way to W. 1-0 with an exclamation point, all right? It's a perfect, if not extremely near. I think they traded at the end right before, but Ganondorf, that's now what, like 4 games straight over APOC? I think APOC won the first one.
I think so, yeah. I think
Don't
so.
quote me on this. So.
Welcome to the stage.
Yeah, but for sure it's 4-1 right now in favor of APOC. I'm sorry, in favor of Ganondorf. Yes. APOC Revolution fighting his way through the lower bracket, but this might be the roadblock here, perhaps. I mean, this is one of those beautiful things about fighting games, right? If Ganondorf wins twice, you know, perhaps they become your demon or their rival, right? It's just one of those situations. If you can't beat them, they're your demon. If you run into them again and beat them the next time, that's what starts the rivalry.
Okay, James with a little bit of the lore. Yeah. You know, I've got some demons. It hurts. But like, you know, when you have demons, you only need to beat them once and then it's all good. Like they beat you like 4 or 5 times in tournament. You beat them once, all right, we even, bro. I promise you, that's exactly how it goes. So with that being said, coming up into it, GI call out, trying to dunk his way in. I heard they had slots on the Olympic team, so if you want to slide Aswell in there, Team USA, I'm all about it. Anyway, Muscle Buster back, checking the legs again. This time a little bit safer on that version. And
had the dodge again, but couldn't get anything out of it. Was a little too late with the counterattack.
Yo, evasion stance is so sick, but it just like, you kind of need to be on point with the follow-ups. It seems to be a lot of anticipation, but not necessarily like with the read in place, knowing what he wants to do as a follow-up in case he actually does evade a move.
All right, here we go. Ganondorf getting in there. But throw from APOC Revolution.
So sick.
And continuing there, yeah. Right now you can see Ganondorf trying to play safe, just blocking, finding his moment to get in there. Not the Muscle Buster, but still a nice low attack right there from Ganondorf, putting him 1 round away from going up 2-0.
Hey. Oh, big whip there, no follow-up. APOC Revolution a bit more safe there. Oh, wake up, Muscle Buster. This should be the wall. It should be.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is
so on top of Muscle Buster, you gotta deal with this too. Oh, he went for the GI.
So much.
All right.
Yo, Aswell, please. Oh no.
Back to the wall again.
Yes.
Splat. Oh, God. Look at this.
That's just not okay, man. It's just straight up not okay. Like, it's so bad. Like, why does it hit so with so much, like, with such a high success rate? Oh, wait a minute. This is soul charged. Yes.
Oh, wow, that killed. I didn't think that throw was going to kill. Holy crap.
That was soul charged, baby. You got to put a little extra sauce on that one. Just a little bit.
Ow. All right, so APOC Revolution trying to stay alive here in game number 2, but nope. Gonna get muscle busted here. No wall to splat on.
I feel like that should ring out, but you know, who am I? Anyway, okay, I didn't actually mean that one, Chad. I didn't mean that one.
I think they actually, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually mean that one. Anyway, Ganondorf certainly meant that 3-1 right there in terms of round pretty dominating stuff. It went from, okay, there's the threat of, you know, the momentum being stopped and the run back going the other way, but as quickly as you could conjure that up, Ganondorf shuts it down with just immediate, just, no, I don't want this. I've been here. I'm now up 5-1. And while no round in the tournament is necessarily easy, right? I wouldn't want to disrespect anybody. When you get comfortable in a situation like this matchup or this player, Ganondorf is low-key like on cruise control right now, and like everything is just working.
Yeah, what I talked about of that mental advantage for the guy coming in from the run back, you're seeing exactly the opposite and the other possibility here, which is I just can't beat this guy. What am I supposed to do? Everything I'm trying is not working. Because here we go, Ganondorf with a good start again. Look at this, hasn't even been hit yet. Working on a perfect. Is that gonna be 7 golden letters? He needs one more hit. Even blocks that low. Even the moral victory for APOC Revolution did not work.
That was so unnecessary, Ganondorf, but I respect it. Try to do as much mental damage as you can, bro. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Again blocking these lows. And can't even get the punish when he gets the dodges as well. Ganondorf, his defense and his reads right now are so on point. Okay, wait. Here's a chance for APOC Revolution. Stabbing away.
Yeah, this is just this is all as well, all Ganondorf. I mean, it's not over until it's over, but sometimes you can feel it, you know, from a spectator standpoint. However, we're gonna just lean back one time and then get the forward grab. Do it again.
All right, activation. He wants this round. He just needs the one hit. Oh, no, he missed with the preparation stance. And there
I love that right there from Ganondorf, right? You saw it with the opportunity. He was going to continue out the string. And there's a chance that, you know, he gets hit on like a jank hitbox that just hits off axis or whatever. But as soon as Ganondorf realized he had the space, he just went to, you know, his quickest move right there because literally anything kills in that situation.
Yep, and Ganondorf now on the verge of a 3-0 over APOC Revolution. That's got to be frustrating, especially with the work that you did through the lower bracket that APOC Revolution did. Ganondorf is in danger of guard break, but look at that. The read on the or on the 2 highs gets right under there into critical edge. Game,
my love.
Humanity has been saved? Maybe not yet, not fully, but this is close.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the thing we do here. Forgive us, Ebonic Plague, I miss you. I love you, babe. That's just our thing, you know what I'm saying? We're so like indoctrinated. Like the Aswell curse certainly worked on us in person, and we just carry that weight with us, man. It's okay. It's time to save the human race, and that was a swift. That was a 30 piece, right? 3-0.
Yep, 3-0 right there. So
30-second work.
Ganondorf definitely has his number, and unfortunately for APOC Revolution, he's gonna go out 0-3, which is always rough to do.
Yeah, even more rough is like it's hard to see like the extremely good parts because a lot of his run was, you know, like off stream or whatever have you. You know, understandably so, you know, time and everything like that. But he is gonna go home with a very respectable 4th place. So, you know, congrats on that. You're still leaving with some money. I don't have the value off the top of my head. I think it's $100, but you know, it costs you nothing to get here, so you love to see it. And this was just the
This should
Asbel
not
show.
ring out, by the way, KP. That should
Yeah, no,
never
absolutely
ring out.
not. Definitely not. That would be broke. That would be beyond broke. But like, yeah, it was one of those things where if you needed a crash course on Asbel and his offensive capabilities and how you can like overwhelm an opponent with just seemingly infinite options, this is a character that should interest you if that's the type of play you're looking for. This sets up Key versus Ganondorf in the lower bracket finals. Insane. I just like Fan Lee is waiting in the grand final. That is amazing. It's so godlike. But I want to see how these predictions go. All right, what side of France are you on?
And I see some people in the chat saying, "Hey, did someone say something about Yoshi? I've got you here. I've got my Yoshimitsu here." And I think that was Yoshimitsu 6, who's in the NA tournament, I believe, coming up after this. No, guys, after this European tournament is over at 2 p.m. Pacific time, we're also doing the NA top 8 as well. So there is lots of Soulcalibur action for you guys to watch. So don't go anywhere for that. But also, let me see here.
We got Kiev at 61%. While you figure that out, it's. I understand it. I respect it. Again, it's solid, we believe, but it's not like overwhelming, disrespectful to the point where it's like, oh, 75%, this is going to be free. Yeah, I don't know how to call this. I do feel, however, that this is Ganondorf's championship. If he can beat Kiev.
You think so?
If he can beat Kiev, there is full belief that he can reset Fan Lee and take this. Whether or not he'll do that is an entirely different story, because Fan Lee could care less about your come up in your eyes. I've been here too, all right? I'm not going to go through this, and that. My time is now, you understand? So I can see where that goes, but again, this is just Keith. Oh my God, just grab them out of the breakdance. No dancing here. We don't allow that.
Yeah, he's got to... in order to even get to Fan Lee's just waiting to see who he's gonna fight here. You're really curious. I mean, he's defeated Kiev now, but do you prefer fighting Kiev? Does anybody ever actually want to fight Kiev?
I mean, the reality is, the deeper you get to the tournament, you're gonna have to run into him anyway. So if you can get out the way early, why not, right? So sleeping up, gets the muscle bust, anything will do. Yes, clips the legs, and not something to get too excited over. We know Mr. Drama Major over here likes to, lose a round or two. That's Keith's magic number 2. You get 2 rounds or 2 games, pick your poison, and then he wakes up. So this is business as usual as Ganondorf continues to work on his opponent's legs. Just keep it a bit safer this time in this instead of throwing out the muscle buster.
And I had the whiff right there, but no punish from Kiev. So Ganondorf now taking the life lead in this round. But here comes Kiev trying to get the aggression going for the mid vertical. And then the muscle buster, the classic. Not going to kill though, but still close to the end of round. Oh, that's a whiff punish.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I got so scared when that activated. I felt the pain myself. Oh, nice sidestep and then call out. Ganondorf is just built differently. This is a whole new man. I studied the tapes. I watched the footage. You've done that to all of your opponents today. Not me.
Maybe both of you are good luck charms for each other. You are here in the commentary and you are giving him your energy here.
Hey, listen, man. I didn't write no scripts. I'm just here to call the action man. That's what they call me for. I don't know what you're talking about, but that is a 3-0.
For the first game, Ganondorf on the board with a dominating performance.
Sorry. I get into it. I thought it was funny that Ganondorf won that first round after you insinuated that I've sprinkled some of Mama's seasoning in there. But yeah, I just, again, I don't want to get too happy. I'm a spectator, and commentary with the viewer, we're just tour guides, right? And everybody's along for the ride. So it's a collective experience with us and them. So I get as hype and as invested as anybody else watching. And just over the course of the year, all the open series throughout the EVO season, Ganondorf has just been rising, and to see him have such a dominating performance in Game 1 is inspiring, man. And if it continues, great. But again, I don't get too crazy anymore after today when it comes to Keeve, because this man can be down 2-0 in 2 rounds and just run it back at the snap of a finger.
And again, I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen with, you know, all these dojo events for Soulcalibur coming up at the rest of this year. It's gonna be so cool, have so much opportunity for players like Ganondorf to continue domination all year long. I'm excited for that. Wow, that was some range. What the heck?
And I know what? Nah, bro. Oh my God! And then not the crumble. He just bounced off of it. He hit the ground first and just lacked the balance. How can you save humanity without balance as well?
That was the craziest ring out. That was rude.
Yo,
like that ring out was rude.
Nah, that's great. Oh my God, that was so unfortunate. And Ganondorf coming back here, you know, a bit angry, dare I say, in his approach. Nice block, doesn't want the ground pound, but gets lifted anyway. And oh my God, almost another situation. And yeah, Keeve fighting for it twice. Why not?
All right, activation. Gonna try to take this with the soul charge. Gets in there with the Beyblade. Ooh, one more hit. Yeah, just stomp on him. More rudeness. That was like a completely rude match from Keeve. Just like dunking someone out of the ring and then stepping on them on the ground.
We just want to 3-0 each other. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna 3-0 each other back to back. You don't get around. All right. Well, you won't get around. Okay. Maybe
Keeve is gonna try to break that script, though. He's gonna try to break that script. You don't want,
Keeve is not much of a team player when it comes to the script. He's very much an improv guy. It's like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So the way I see it, I kill you, and you get 3rd place. How's that sound? That's the type of time Keeve is on. And let's see whether or not Ganondorf is strong enough to rise above the situation, or if we get more of the same. Game 3, let's go.
All right, Keeve going on the offense first here right away. Yeah, and look at this, trying to push Ganondorf to the wall. Again, they're on a wall-less stage now. Oh, nice sidestep, gets the lethal hit, the big damage off of that. And then the launch again, catching him off of the ground, going for the mid. Might have been a situation where Ganondorf tried to low block, expecting a low, and just got launched again.
Okay, look at this range right now. Wait a minute. Playing at the top, yeah, you don't want to play at like tipper range against Nightmare. You got to get in there somewhat.
Keeve is saying, wait, did you say it was all 3-0s? All 3-0s? Okay, I'll do another 3-0, because that's what he's working for right here.
Yeah, but we're supposed to trade them back and forth. You know, it's supposed to be my turn to get another 3-0, but Keeve was... what turn?
Yeah, he's like, whatever, man.
I'm telling you, my turn, pump. As he goes, picks him up again, an easy punish every time, just out of that back breakdance.
Are you telling me Keeve is disrespecting the minus frames right now? He's stealing turns, dude?
Yeah, unreal, right? Never heard of it before. Scoop, here's the wall, intense pressure. Yeah, you had no choice there but to activate.
Okay, ooh, dang. Nice, caught him. But he stayed on the ground, got Ganondorf to win, was able to get up and get the lethal hit. One more hit for another 3-0. But Muscle Buster
again? Not quite.
Problem is, once you get that, you're out of any of the modes, so you have to get yourself back into one of the modes. It's minus. Uh-oh, catches him.
Wait, here's an opportunity here. Yeah, this one's not as open and shut as it seems. Ganondorf, one mix up and gets it on cue. Love to see it. Ganondorf not laying down. Okay, we've got a shift. No more 3-0s. Hops in with the low and meets him at the punch. Uppercut. Hold that. Swipe. Don't touch me. Look at me. I got a soul charge too. Infinite terror charge while I'm in this. This is just... there hasn't been a more appropriate name for a fighting game character in a very long time.
And look at this, trying to get him to the wall right now. We saw Ganondorf with a huge comeback last round. He's going to have to make a comeback here this round. Uses the Muscle Buster, but he's staying on the ground, so it was just an OTG hit. Again, tried for it, but that was the RE activated. This could kill if he gets the hit.
Yes,
this is risky. Oh, you're dead. Oh wait, no, that was the dodge. I thought that was the lethal hit animation.
Wait, hold on. 3 knees and a jump. Oh my God, yo, Keeve is out. This man is OD. He just did the knee check 3 times in a row, then the jump hop kick, and you blocked it, and then I did it again. He was gonna do it a 3rd time as well.
He jumped over the muscle buster. He jumped over the muscle buster and kicked it. He knew it was coming. He knows the same thing that we know. Everybody uses it at the end of rounds. He knew, and he had the read. Keeve up 2-1.
That's so insane. Just knee. All right, jump attack. Oh, you blocked this one. All right, jump attack again. That's. I a lesser player would be crushed. Absolutely, bro. All right, man, you won. Damn, bro. Like this will just end up being lost in blowout fashion, but it's not over yet. Let's take it now, one more game at a time. All right, Keeve with the duck under. Yeah, he's firing on all cylinders now. Yeah, Ganondorf's in trouble here.
Yeah, once Keeve is out firing on all cylinders like this, he's so hard to beat. We saw that in the 2-3-0s that he started with. Oh, jeez.
Bro, did you really need to hit him through the wall with the sword? Did you have to do that? No, you didn't. But, you know, you did it anyway. I got you, Keeve.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta do that. Oh my gosh, jumping over lows again. He is just having reads, even at the beginning of a round, to be able to. Normally, at the beginning of a round, you're willing to take those little quick, unreactable lows like that because you have so much health. It's okay. Keeve not even content to do that. You see him backing away from the wall, from the ring out potential, trying to keep the fight in the center of the ring. He has the life lead, so Ganondorf has to come to you.
Oh, that's so unfortunate, bro. GG. Unlucky as anything you can think of. That was crazy.
Ow! What the? Okay, Keeve at match point now to get into grand finals to try to get revenge against Fan Lee. Here we go, activation.
Goes owner, step through. All right, Ganondorf, what you gonna do? You woke up a little bit when you were down 2 rounds, right? You're a last stand type guy. You're gonna need a little bit more than 1 round this time, however, stays away from the water. All right, that's a start. That's a start. Okay. You need 2 more rounds to force game 5. I don't know, man. I just really don't know. Let's see what happens.
Oh God, the lethal hit. Nice sidestep.
But wait
can
a minute.
he get the launch in the ring?
Wait a minute.
Out? He can.
Oh, wait, knock. Who? Ganondorf is here. I can see him in my front yard, but will he come in? Scoop.
Okay. Yeah, get some good damage off of that, and then just comes right in there with the AGA. Nice crouch under the throw. Minor punish. Yeah, here we go, activates.
He was scared of something. Another counter hit, another one. Muscle Buster, adding up all of the singular hits that are doing big chunks of damage. Oh my God, gets the jumping low. Everything is working for Ganondorf. Every mix-up successful thus far. Whiffed!
One whiff.
Now he's putting in a predicament.
Oh God,
wait, he didn't stab him all the way? He only did the singular, and it would have killed? Keeve, uncharacteristically making the wrong choice there. Spins in, has another opportunity, one more touch. Yes!
The second hit, Keeve wasn't expecting him to complete the chain. Maybe he tried to whiff punish, but the second swing came, and guess what? It's 2-2 now. It's not over yet.
Yes. More drama, more caliber. Oh my God, yo, Ganondorf! Hello! We are going to game 5. The 2 pillars of France right now in the league. While Fan Lee has to be watching this like, wow, I'm glad I didn't have to go through that as I sit up here on my extremely high horse with a set to give. I cannot believe this is what it's coming down to. Breathe.
It's good caliber. Right. This is some good caliber. Hope everybody out there is enjoying this as much as we are. Again, not too late to jump into the game if you're excited and hype over this, because this is good stuff here.
This is the final curtain. Game 5 on the Drama Club here between Keeve and Ganondorf. The show for everybody, and Keeve starting off nice. About 80% gone before Ganondorf can even get a singular hit. Steps up. You can do both hits all you want to, but he has a few sequences to give up. for Keith, right? No rush. But wait a minute.
Coming back, oh, the throw though. Wasn't expecting the back throw out of nowhere. Blocked the attack, was basically knew it wasn't his turn, waiting for Keith maybe to check with a quick A attack. Instead, Keith going for the back throw. Finishes that round. Here we go, charges up.
The crazy part about that is if you have to check the tape deeply. In the previous set against Fan Lee, there was a lot of times where Keith would just throw out his throws, and you're like, wow, like he's a little too far, like out of range, like clearly. That's because he was anticipating the run-in time and time again of his opponent. So it comes off as a surprise to them, but he's really just baiting his time once he conditions you to not just throw mix-ups out of nowhere like undeniably so. Another down 0-2 situation, and this is where Ganondorf comes alive.
Yeah, here we go. Well, he's got to win 3 in a row. He has to take 3 rounds in a row. He's down by a lot, but he can do it.
He just did it. Wow, I'm surprised that hit. That was a whole knockdown, calls him out, and the break attack calls him out twice back to back. In the driver's seat now is Ganondorf as he starts to make what would be a monumental comeback, but no, sidestep, a bit too ambitious on the launch there, and he's gonna be in trouble. Can't take a launch, another stomp to get some baby damage on top, but again, everything is just one step closer to a grand finals appearance from Keith, and Ganondorf activates, has no choice now, use all of the resources available, slices him up top, one mix-up. Sidestep, yes!
That was a Ari safe string, I believe.
Yes.
And so as soon as he saw the Ari absorb the hits, he was able to sidestep, punish. Ganondorf not out of this yet.
Yeah, rushes in, big boy launch, another stomp to the back of the head, trying to get the respect that he feels is earned by him. Where Ganondorf, who just refuses to die, he will not let go.
Nice tech. And there you go, the soul attack right there, so fast, so far. And here we go, gets the knockdown. One more mix-up now. This is the comeback of all comebacks. Okay, he's gonna get the side switch. Now he's gonna be looking at the ring out potential. That's why you see Keith. The top kick again. How many matches has Keith won with that hop kick?
When you are just God. When you are just God. That is it, yo. Keith looking for another momentum muscle buster, right? That was one of those take the throw situations. In this case, don't get caught with your ankles exposed. And Keith was like, you know what, bro? I'm taking it to the sky. You can hold this for a year. Think about it while you watch me represent our fantastically skilled country in the grand final, setting up the run back against Fan Lee. James, what a fantastic set. I just, on the edge of my seat the entire way through. You never really knew how it was going to go, even though it felt like it a multitude of times. Ganondorf and the never say die attitude was enough to show, you know, how much of a threat he actually is. But it's not enough to deal with championship level gameplay, and he's showing why he is still a cut above and the man to be different.
But keep in mind, 3rd place, going home with a nice little chunk of change. Get yourself a nice dinner. And for playing video games in your home, it's kind of nice. Can't complain, I'm sure. But I mean, not even just the prize money, but just the pride of being able to get here. Remember, he also was able to beat Rufus in the lower bracket as well. Getting here 3rd place, taking Keith to the brink is not easy. Definitely, like you said, this man is on the rise, on the up and up. Maybe still waiting right now for his one, you know, quote breakout, unquote event, but you know, I mean, everybody knows that this guy is one of the biggest threats in any tournament that he enters right now. And in fact, what did he say here? Let me see, as his greatest accomplishment. Yeah, that's right. He was top 8 at EVO Japan in 2020. So there you go. So that is just, you know, indication of exactly, gosh, that doesn't even feel like it was like over a year ago. It feels like EVO Japan just happened. Oh man, what is time right now? But
I mean, it's great, right? Because you get the continuation with the different events, like the community people really putting in work, and you know, PlayStation throwing us these events, and there's just a lot of stuff in Soulcalibur going down as we take a look at the tail of the tape. 16-3 right now. Keith with the 1 loss. Coming to the man on the left-hand side of that graphic, right there. I've only lost 1 set, and it is you. I need my run back. But again, just why we have this big stage, man. Just want to shout out all the community-led stuff, because, you know, no game is done until people stop playing it.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. James, you put together events yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got. Well, go ahead. I'll let you run through this section, please.
Oh no, I was just wanting to say you had mentioned this, but I was trying to run some of my own tournaments at one point in time for Soulcalibur online, but a lot of people are like, man, there's so many of tournaments all the time, and I was like, really? And yeah, like there are tournaments online for Soulcalibur like almost every day of the week. Like that's how active the Soulcalibur scene is here online. There's plenty of things to enter, so it's the community is doing such a beautiful job, with this game, keeping this game going, and just, keeping everyone being able to have a venue to play some good Soulcalibur 6. So, like I said, it's not too late to jump into this. You absolutely can get into this. Like I said, very enjoyable game. I've only just discovered, the joy of Soulcalibur myself, and here I am, commentating it. Why? Because I genuinely enjoy the game. I love the game, and it's so much fun. And like I said, I hope everybody watching who's kind of new to Soulcalibur is enjoying it as well, basically.
Well, I know one thing that they are, and that's invested in the tournament. The poll results showed 51% in favor of Kiev. So that is right there. That is as close as a margin as you can get when, in fact, picking a favorite. And that is coming from the lower bracket side. To those of you who may be unfamiliar with the competitive tournament format, once you get to the grand finals, it's only 2 people remaining. But you have to remember, the person who got there in the upper bracket has not dropped a set yet.
Yes.
So they need to be defeated twice. So if Kiev wins this first 3 out of 5, that's what we call a reset bracket. And, technically how it looks in the bracket is that they both are in the lower bracket at that time. So that's how it goes. And then they'll play one final set to determine it all. Or Fan Lee can just skip all of that and just win this set right here. And boom, EU EVO Online champion, baby. You would love to see it.
Well, unfortunately for Fan Lee, not a good start here. Getting just smashed into the wall over here and into the corner. Fan Lee, huge life deficit, but remember the crazy comebacks that we saw from him? That's one of the beautiful things. Even though, he goes down this round, Fan Lee knows he's always in it. Now, a lot of the comeback rounds did require a soul charge. And in the first round, you almost rarely ever get enough meter for a soul charge. So not going to have that kind of access for the comeback in round number 1. But Fan Lee knows that he can make a comeback at any time, really.
All right, well, you don't need to make the comeback when you're out in front, right? There's something you love to see as he looks to shift the momentum, but instead opens up, reset potential, and a lethal hit. You're gone. Bye. Take a dive.
You just see Maxie. You can just see the thought bubble in his head is like that's when he knew he messed up.
Oh, I mean, come on. Especially on this map. I mean, this Witcher property is so great, which kills me in Soulcalibur because like the ring out. Oh, wait a minute. The ring out stuff is so high, like you're falling off the top of Kerborin. But like if Geralt falls like 5 feet in The Witcher, he dies. So like I absolutely hate it here, and it is not okay. And they need to do something about that. Anyway, gets stabbed in the chest as Fan Lee gets a ring out of his own, and then wakes up with the CE, not just crazily, because he was able to see Key just whiffing a huge recovery button on his get up. And why not? Spin the bar. You have to get to the next round, so you're gonna build more meter anyway. Just believe in your ability, and the resources will come back the longer the match persists.
Did you see that for Fan Lee? Like, Kiev activated Soul Charge, and what did Fan Lee do? He ran in at him and just started going aggressive, and look at this, tying it up 2-2.
I mean, for a man who tells you to try this, and that's not with a question mark on the end, by the way, I don't think aggression means anything for Maxi Maze. They just kind of flip the switch and they're like, I'm ready.
Oh, is this a ring out? Dead. Can he get a ring out in this situation?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. Hello? Can we talk about the optimization? The damage was already getting out of hand. We were reaching, all right, wait a minute, Okubo, we might have to dial this back, territory. And then he gets the perfect angle, which you saw him sidestep into it as well. The perfect move, the axis was great. It's like hitting a putt, you feel me? He looked like 2000 Tiger Woods right there. Like, he lined it up, and then Maxie said, all right, cool. Bow, and then...
Not yet.
Not yet. He hit that birdie on 15, all right? That's the technique.
Got it.
He's approaching, you know, the final holes, and then we'll see the fist pump once the tournament is secured.
Don't ever touch the money before the bet is completed, right?
Exactly. This is true fighting game community lore. You do not touch the money before the mission is accomplished. I do not care, and we know how often people pop off early. And, you know, anyway, game 2, all right, Fan Lee still in the driver's seat, looking as strong as ever. So much so to the point where we're just comfortable with him now. It's not even a surprise that he's able to make these fantastic comebacks and be in the driver's seat and keep actually fighting from behind. This EVO Online side tournament is the Fan Lee show through and through, and Keith doesn't care about that. Hold this damage.
Oh, man, yeah. Okay. Keith starting out round 1 here, but like I said, I've noted that a lot of the times Fan Lee has been able to get the wins by having the soul charge, you know, so him going down the early rounds doesn't surprise me necessarily. If Fan Lee can just kind of weather that and then come back in the next few rounds, you can see he's just a tiny bit of meter away from getting the ability to soul charge.
Scoop. Right back at you. Just gonna take a little back and forth here. Nothing too special. Oh, except for that. That's so quick. Like you're definitely not reacting to it. And was that a punish? Was that a punish?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was a whiff punish right there.
You're just not that good. There's just no way. Like I'm supposed to believe like you're just that good. All right, I'll accept it. But God, boy, we are just watching greatness. And it always excites me how fighting games like players just get bigger, stronger, faster. Like. Over time, like everybody's just like the generations continue to evolve.
Oh God, you're just so scared to attack Maxie when he's in that mode because it's just like these RIs are coming out everywhere in the middle of all the stances. And he did so much damage with that soul charge again. Oh
Stop
God,
it.
Evan,
Stop it. Stop it. Nightmare, you're not welcome here. You know that. You know you got stopped at the gates, bro. You know you got stopped at the gates. Like.
Is Fan Lee gonna be called the Dream right now because he's stopping the Nightmare over here? God,
possibly, but Keith doesn't care. Again, anytime something feels like it's getting too out of hand for him, he wakes up. It's high drama, and of course it's not intentional, right? It just so happens that he has an extra layer to unlock when he feels like he's in trouble, and that's a skill that many people don't possess. I'm not even sure it's something you can work on. It feels intangible. Either you got it or you don't. And Keith absolutely special with it, tying it up at 1 game apiece here.